In racing, there is nothing quite more invigorating than setting the points back to zero and kicking off a brand new season. The buzz and anticipation is off the charts. Welcome, everybody, to round number one of a brand new season. It is the Rocky Mountain ATV MC NGPC Series presented by Honda, hosted by SoCal MX. You are in the beautiful agricultural surroundings of Delano, California, about 30 miles north of Bakersfield, and we are ready to rock and roll. Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Corpella, joined with our resident expert, the one and only Mark Tilley out of Dirt Bike Magazine, who got to race this track about an hour ago. In fact, welcome back, Mark, because you took home some hardware, my friend. You won. Congratulations.
I did. I was lucky enough to be able to get out front in the 40 class and get a start and take the win in that. Yesterday I took second in the 30 class, so it's a lot more fun to finish a race than the last time I was out here. Well, not out here, but in Laughlin for the inaugural event. I had some issues and made it to about the second turn and then decided to break a bunch of ribs.
Well, great recovery, man. I'm glad you're along with us. And in the comments, guys, how about thanking Mark Tilley? It is a each and every round. Welcome to, if you're joining us from the Racing Jack YouTube channel, check that out later if you get a chance. We just highlighted some of the amateurs, and man, what a race. What a finish. What a finish.
We had Timmy and Amari going at it for first, and then we had Carson Tryon and Tyler Price going at it for second. Two amazing passes. Drone footage right there when you see it. Like, yeah, Racing Jack YouTube. Check it out. And if you're a B-class rider and you went home yesterday after the races, you might want to think about staying because we're trying to get it to where we are live streaming that event every single round this year. So you and I are going to be going to some sponsors and checking it out. I know that Racing Jack YouTube handled it at the first round, but we're going to go to some of our sponsors out there and try to make it to where we can showcase these kids, because sometimes those races are better than the pro race.
There's a lot of great racing.
There was a lot of back and forth and a lot of battling going on. So it really cool to watch, and the drone footage, I was crazy impressed. I didn't think that they could get any better, and now they're getting better.
I love it, guys. We're so excited you're here for another season. So kick those feet up, relax. I know many of you are facing frigid, frozen temperatures right now, but we're about to heat you up with some warm racing. In fact, we're ready for our first call-ups, brought to you by Precision Concepts. Let's meet this brand new 2026 field. We've got so much to talk about all throughout this broadcast. Silly season is over. Our version of the hot stove is over. We've got new teams, new riders, and we are set to go. Precision Concepts, call-ups coming your way. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin in the women's category, and we start with someone who has dominated this category. Ladies and gentlemen, out of Riverside, California, rider of the Honda CRF 250 RX out of Monster Energy SLR Honda. Let's hear it from Michaela Moto KK Nielsen. Starting in the number 2 spot today in the Women Pro category on a new bike this year, now on a Husqvarna. She comes from Redwood City, California. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Ava Silvestri. Ava on the white machine. Also, out of Riverside, California, this young lady rides a Husqvarna FC 250. Let's hear it for Dana Rayner. This women's category is stacked as they take that long ride down to the starting line here in Delano. Starting in the number 4 spot today, this young lady rides a Yamaha YZ250 FX. Let's hear it for Kylie Alvarez. And we now turn our attention to a brand new season of Pro 2. A man who nearly won the championship last year, second in points, brand new team this year, all the way from Gogo, Australia, on a Honda CRF 250 RX, making his debut with Monster Energy SLR Honda. Let's hear it for Australia's own Sam Prechira. Also on a new team this year. I told you we've got a lot to talk about. Out of Murrieta, California, now riding in RPM Racing, KTM 250 XCF. Here is Cole Zeller. Also for FMF RPM KTM Racing, starting in the number 3 spot today, out of Tucson, Arizona, the old Pueblo. Let's hear it for Noah Gordon. Starting in the number 4 spot today in Pro 2 out of Oak Hills, California, on a Husqvarna FC250 out of Zip Tie Racing. Here is the one, the only, Dustin Davis. Out of Simi Valley, California, a new team for him on his KX250 SR out of Mitch Payton's Pro Circuit Precision Coatings team. Let's hear it for the Cowboy, Colton Eck. Part of the Blue Crew out of Barstow, California. Starting today's race on the Yamaha YZ250 out of Simi Valley Cycles Yamaha. Let's hear it for Cody Simpson. Out of Highland, California, on a KTM 250 XCF out of DT Racing FXR. Your 2024 Works 250A champion. Here's Justin Patton. And starting in the number 8 spot today, hailing from Auburn, California, on a Gas EX250X for Team Gas. Here's the one, the only, Lane Lorenzo. Starting in the number 9 spot in Pro 2, out of Course Gold, California, on a KTM XCF 250. Here is Talon Van Valkenburg. And starting in the number 10 spot today, all the way from Washington State, the newcomer on the FMF RPM KTM Racing team, here is JJ Concannon. In the number 11 spot, out of Barstow, California, he rides a Dirt Bike Magazine back KTM 250 XCF. Let's hear it for the one, the only, Harlem Nelson. Starting in the number 12 spot today from Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, rider of the Yamaha YZ250FX out of Purvines Racing. Here is Racer Fry. And rounding out today's field in Pro 2, all the way from Battleground, Washington, rider of the Kawasaki KX250. Here is Preston Boasflug. And that, ladies and gentlemen, leads us to our main event. Our Open Pro categories. The rest of the 250s make their way towards the starting line. And get ready for this battle. We turn our attention to the 450s, where the question, the quandary, the problem for everybody else in the pit area remains the same. Who, if anyone, can stop this man? He comes from Hollister, California. He rides the KTM 450 XCF out of factory Red Bull FMF KTM. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your six-time defending champion, Delano. Please welcome the one, the only, Dante Oliveira. anybody stop Dante? Well, certainly somebody looking to stop Dante is this man out of Lincoln, California, now on the brand new Beta 450 out of Liquid Moly, Beta Factory Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the 2024-2025 Works Champion Dare. And starting in the number 3 spot today, out of Moana, Utah, very tough desert racer on a Honda CRF 450 RX out of Monster Energy. SLR Honda, multi-time champion. Let's hear it for Tyler Lynn. I've warned you, we had a little bit of a silly season, a little bit of a hot stove, so you may have to rub your eyes because, ladies and gentlemen, no longer on an orange bike, now on a white bike out of Hollister, California, rider of the Husqvarna Rockstar Energy Factory Racing Ride. Let's hear it for Mateo Oliveira. Little love for the fans out there. Gotta love it. Somebody get that man a helmet. Great to see this gentleman back with the series, making it on his own as a privateer, one of the true talents out here, all the way from Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, on his own, privateer Kawasaki KX450X. Let's hear it for the 3-time World Enduro Champion, Giacomo Ridonde. Starting from the number 6 spot here today, making his debut for Mitch Payton's Pro Circuit Precision Coatings Kawasaki team, a name we know quite well. Please help us welcome back the very talented Justin Heft. Slowly making his way to the starting line as we turn our attention to who will no doubt be a championship contender this year. Good morning, Australia, as we welcome in a man all the way from Melbourne, Australia. 2-time defending champion in the 250 category, now making the big step up to the 450s. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in the 418 of Mason Simmons. Starting in the number 8 spot today, out of Acton, California, also making his debut on Mitch Payton's Pro Circuit Precision Coatings Kawasaki team, the Desert Star, the 2-time Vegas to Reno winner. Let's hear it for Dalton Shirey. I told you we got a lot to look forward to, a lot to be excited about. It's a historic moment right now for NGPC because making Ducati's off-road debut. Let's hear it for the 178 on the brand new 450 Desmo Ducati, Lyndon Snodgrass. Welcome, Ducati. And rounding out our field today, starting the number 10 spots. Yeah, it's been a busy weekend. He was first overall at the Best in the Desert Parker 400 yesterday. Logged some miles to be here in Delano on a Husqvarna number 56. Looking to go back-to-back, double up. Let's hear it for the Iron Man, Shane Logan. And ladies and gentlemen, that is your field as we get ready to kick off a brand new season of racing. So much to talk about. New riders, new teams, new excitement, new manufacturers. Mark Tilley, how about Ducati ready to make their NGPC debut?
Yeah, no, that's pretty amazing. And I know that they were at Best in the Desert yesterday and did fairly well. So Lyndon actually came out for, I think, the final 2 rounds or final round of last year. And did some testing for the Pro Circuit Kawasaki team and rode one of their bikes around a little bit. I believe it was at our Ridgecrest round. But, man, it's great to see. New sponsors coming in. Fast House stepped up and is doing a lot of stuff with the Kawasaki team, all their guys, and then those guys bringing on more people.
And I believe we are ready for our national anthem. Let's get this season started by saluting this great country that allows us the freedom to race. NGPC, let's go racing. A new season is upon us. You can feel the energy. You can feel the excitement. You can feel those nervous jitters. Our version of A1, as Mark Tilley so eloquently said in our Racing Jack YouTube broadcast. Speaking of the great Mark Tilley, Mark, we're going to take everybody for a lap around this very high-speed 7-mile race course. You were just on it about 2 hours ago, so take it away, my friend. Tell us about 7 miles of absolute fury.
So this is on the course that gets a lot of I guess you could say sun. You come over a hill and then it's going to kind of drop down off a little bit of a drop off. Make a right turn and then it's going to be one of those sections that they slowed down. This little jump didn't used to be there, but it's a jump into you're kind of going uphill. Slow you down into going up that hill and then kind of go around the horseshoe area. I believe this was done yesterday morning. I think this is Trevor Hunter that's given us the course preview. But wide sweeping turns. The course kind of developed a little bit different than what we're seeing here. It's a lot more moisture in the ground, and a lot more braking and acceleration bumps. But you can see kind of around the outside, it's kind of giving you the grass track vibe. But this kind of comes back towards where all the parking is, and kind of some elevation changes dropping down here. And then Trevor will probably hit this inside line. A lot of guys are hitting the outside right there, but this is headed back to the famous Orange Blossom Highway that you were talking about, or Orange Blossom Express. And there's a lot of orange trees off to the side is why it gets that name. But this is another section that they tried to slow down with this big booter jump, and man, it is fun. And then now it's just grabbing gears, going as fast as you can down the highway there, and topped out on a 450, probably faster than you want to do. And then it kind of comes back into the side of the track to where the side of the course that most of the spectators will be at. There's something off to the side. I don't think that has anything to do with us. I know I didn't get to do that section. I'm not sure if that's a pro section or what was going on there, but lots of fun up and downs, kind of looking for traction. But man, I mean, it's epic conditions here today. It's a little bit overcast. It's had lots of precipitation this morning with kind of a misty rain, but not really a rain with the fog. So great conditions for the pro race. We're not going to have a problem with any of the dust at this run.
All right, so we are closing in on a start. NGPC round 1. So glad you're watching with us. Somebody's going to have to tell NGPC's Craig Hunter I can't announce the race and take his call at the same time. I hope it's not something dire down there in the starting line. I'm sure we'll figure that out. Maybe our TV
just
crew
block him.
Yeah, well, that's a whole nother story. Apparently I was accidentally, quote-unquote, accidentally blocked. But if you know Craig, we love him. He is one to maybe accidentally block you. He has some fat fingers. Mason Simmons getting ready to go. Let's give you a look at the rest of this starting lineup. Cody Simpson, one to watch out there in his two-stroke. Dustin Davis. So glad Dustin's dad's okay. Got into a nasty accident because the fog was so heavy leaving here on Friday night in his truck. So thank goodness he's okay. That was terrible to hear, though. But fog has been a major issue. I can tell you every morning that I have in Bakersfield, it's been hard to see like 5 feet in front of your face. Weird conditions.
This morning, and it rolls in right after the sun goes down. So one rider that I'm really looking forward to seeing, well, two riders. Sam in the 250 class on that brand new SLR Honda ride, and then Mason jumping up from the 250 class into the 450 class. He was definitely turning some heads at the Laughlin round until he had a little bit of an issue. But, man, it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Michaela Nielsen, it looks like the women's pro class is growing. Like we have, I think, more entries than maybe we've ever had before here at the first round. So really excited about that. But like I said, two guys to look out for in the Pro 2 and Pro class are the Australians. They're coming in, and they're coming in pretty hot.
Keep an eye on Hayden Hintz. Great to see him out here, son of the great Kurt Hintz Racing family. They're doing a wonderful job for NGPC. We appreciate all the workers, everybody on the board, all the sponsors stepping up, making this a great season. Look at this field. Absolutely stacked. 2-stroke A, 4-stroke A. So much talent here. And I will tell you what, I still have a little bit of anxiety as we take a look at Kai Hunter. We'll see how he can do as well. Watching that Trevor Hunter track map, I tell you, you guys are wild, man. I love motorcycle racing, but I don't think I would do this in moto gear. I want like full leathers, pads, full face helmet. I don't mind being tapped out, but tapped out in nothing but a motocross jersey is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's definitely this fast course, and like I said, the roost hurts here. So it sounds like we can hear the bikes warming up. It looks like we can see the bikes warming up. So like we said before, this is a dead engine start. Through all of about the only ones that aren't are the vintage and some of the 50-65 kids.
Who you see down there with the Rockstar Husqvarna shirt on, too, we got to give a big shout-out to our man Bobby Dawson, who won multiple championships with Dante Oliveira. Bobby received a big promotion from his company, got moved over to the KTM side. He is now team manager. So congratulations, Bobby Dawson. But what I'm wondering is, Dante, was it hard to break up the dream team? Dante's now got a new mechanic. We'll learn more about that individual. But Bobby no longer turning wrenches and on the white, black, and gold. Interesting decision there. And Mark, you may know more about this. No longer known as the Pierre Mobility Group. Now KTM North America is what Bobby Dawson is telling me.
Yeah, and it's all technical stuff. It's all stuff that is just boring to talk about. Everything's going quiet. Looks like we're about ready to go.
Here we go, guys. It is the dead engine start. Who will get the whole shot? They'll wait for the green light, and in one smooth motion, hit those starter buttons, work the gas, work the clutch. It'll be a drag race. You can see it nearby Famoso Dragway. Here we go. Who will get the first whole shot of the year? The Honda out front. Tyler Lynn with a big jump. I think Tyler got it. Tyler out front big time. Here comes Darren DeMartille. Where's Dante? Where's the 6th time? That Husqvarna doing well. I'll tell you, Tyler Lynn, I don't know if he guessed. I don't know if his reaction time's that sharp, but he just clobbered everybody out of the hole on that SLR Honda.
Well, and that looks like Tyler's in second, and Tyler was in first, and Mateo was in second. So here's the Pro 2 start.
Anticipation. Definitely a lot of technique involved here. Not a gate start. Those motorcycles are off. Start them up. Go. Some of them have to kickstart them, as you can see.
There goes the 250. I believe that
Cody Simpson.
Cody Simpson
on the Purvines Racing 2-stroke out in front. Congratulations.
Right,
wow.
So good. Probably the only bike on that line that had to be kick-started, and he made it to the first turn first.
We are off, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be 90 minutes of racing. We'll see who put in the time in the gym. And look at this battle shaping up already, Mark.
And and it looks like we got some information from our expert that is on the other side of the world.
Oh, Moto KK just got left in the dust. Our three-time defending champion has got work to do. Not a big deal for her, but Ava Silvestri with the first whole shot of the year. Look at Moto KK.
She's almost in the lead again.
Man, she worked her way up quickly. Let's see if Ava can hold her off. Moto KK, too, what a couple of months it's been for her. What a couple of weeks. I was at Angel Stadium for A1. She was up on the big screen getting some media love as women's motocross is now a big part of the Monster Energy Super Motocross Championship. It's nice to see Moto KK getting some love.
Well, yeah, like I said, our spotter from the other side of the United States, Scott Perkins, was telling us that the banners we saw off to the side were grass track. It's a pro-only section. Wow. So it will be a grass track section. So kind of like ISDE type stuff. So it's going to be kind of cool. And I don't think they mowed the grass. And this grass gets wet, so it's going to be slippery. It
does. In fact, funny story about that. I got to tip the cap to my buddy Craig Hunter. He's so smart. He brought his own lawnmower to perfectly manicure his pit area, which really keeps your feet dry because otherwise you're going to get wet feet in the morning. He mowed that lawn down like it was a putting green, and they were having a good old time.
Wait a minute. He mowed it or he had somebody mow it?
That's a good question. I don't know.
There is video.
Whoa, look at that wheelie. My gosh.
There's video circulating around the World Wide Web that showed Craig supervising somebody.
That makes a little more sense.
I believe that is our vet class. That's our vet class, and I think that's Nick Stover out front, and it looks like maybe our buddy Nick Nays right there running in the top 3 or 4. Nick working on those first couple laps. He can get going on those first couple laps. He can definitely run up front. But that looks like Tyler Lynn out front, the Open Pro class. It's Mateo in second, and then another Husky rider in third. But man, Tyler looking comfortable already.
Yes, indeed. Tyler, he had a great season last year, fought through some injury. He's one of the Desert Stars, somebody who runs the Baja 1000. He's already been training for that, has got that on the schedule this year, and definitely a young talent that has his head on right on Mark Samuel's SLR Slam Life Racing Honda team. As for this track, ladies and gentlemen, prime condition. Look at how fast it is.
That might not be Mateo. That might be Dare in second.
Is that Dare? Okay.
Because it looks like a bluish tint to it, so that might be Dare. It looks like he's in his brand new Moose Racing gear.
Yeah, that's the A31 of Mateo behind him. Where's the six time? Could be back in 6th. Not funny. Sorry. Working on the jokes. Is this thing on? Working on the jokes earlier this year, but what I can tell you about Dare DeMartille's program, which is interesting, is for the last few seasons he's been on the Beta 480 RR. They decided to put him on the 450, and the reason for that? The old adage, win on Sunday, sell on Monday. Beta wants to push bikes and show how awesome their motorcycles are. They want to push the 450. Dare said no problem. Let's do it.
And the 450 is a little bit more aggressive than what the 480 is. 480 is, maybe for higher speed stuff. So it looks like they're coming down, and they're going to go into, I believe, the grass track area right here. So there it is, used for the first time. Looks like they did kind of mow it. I'm not sure they were able to ride that yesterday, but...
do you think Craig Hunter mowed that?
Yeah, I think he supervised it. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. A new thing here at NGPC, a grass track being thrown in there.
It looks like we could play some football over there on this football playoff weekend. How about it? You can tell we're an agricultural country. I can tell you from walking this track, too, it looks like you could throw down seeds and plant corn. Everything is just in such amazing condition. Off in the distance, you see the citrus farm. They grow a lot of oranges up here, known for table grapes, as we learned. That sounds pretty good right now, Martin. I could go for some table grapes.
I see we have a Cowie up in the So that section cut off some of the moto section that we would. It looks like there's the 6-time.
There's the 6-time.
And Mason Simmons.
I think he wasn't 6th. No joke needed. I mean, he was legitimately
Your
in 6th.
dad joke was true.
Yeah, dad joke came true. Maybe he, Dante said.
That looks like Justin Heft on the Precision Coating Kawasaki right there.
Yeah.
So he's running about 3rd. And then Dante behind him. So it looks like they're running through the pit area. This is a live pit, but they're running through the pit area. All what you saw on the Racing Jack YouTube channel in the amateur guys, they were doing those jumps off to the right-hand side. So a little bit different for these guys, having a grass track and having the live pit area as well. So they can go in whenever they want, or they can stop whenever they want. They're already in.
So a lot of changes that we'll keep you abreast of and update you on all throughout this broadcast. One of them being the major shakeup at Mitch Payton's Pro Circuit Kawasaki team that took shape a couple years ago. Last year, actually. This is where they made their debut. But Giacomo Redondi out on his own now. I'm glad to see he's still hanging with the series. Mark, how tough do you think it's going to be for him going from a factory environment, not really a factory environment, but a very well-respected team to back out on his own as a privateer?
Well, you got to do all your own work. You got to make sure everything happens. So a lot of it is just having the time to do it. So I think Giacomo will still do good. I know he's recovering from an injury as well. He had an injury the last half of last year. He said he was feeling pretty good, but. I saw him in the 30 class getting out there and riding around and getting some lap times and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to be an adjustment. It's I know the people that John Bradford's the one doing lots of work on that motorcycle, and it's kind of hard to find somebody better than John to get your bike ready. So, but I think he's still using some of the Pro Circuit stuff that he used last year. I know he's got a Cherubies as a big sponsor because he's from Italy, and he's going back over there and racing some of those races. Some of the, I know last year he went over there and raced a Italian motocross championship, so and did fairly well in that. So yeah, so feeling out the first lap, kind of seeing, looks like Hef has lots of speed, might be sliding around a little bit, trying to getting comfortable, and then make a push a little bit later.
I think that might be Shiree if we can get a look. I think so. Let's take a look. Shiree, another new addition. He's 27. Heft is 28, so it's tough to see. We could be either one. We'll get a close view. Shiree is certainly no slouch out there, though. Won multiple desert races. Is very pumped up for this season as the 6-time champion gives chase. This could be one of those situations too, where 6-time, you certainly can't rest on your laurels. That there's so many tough new teams. If he gets hung up behind somebody fast for a while, that could really change the complexion of this race. Looks like, do we have 2 Kawasaki's, or is that Mateo?
I think that's Mateo.
That's Mateo.
So I think Shiree runs 46. Usually he's
you are
number,
right. I'm sorry.
He's number 46.
You're right.
And I believe that's a 27.
That is Justin Heft.
Dalton is a lot taller. He's a lot taller and really skinny.
I was looking at his age instead of his number. Shame on me. All right, so he's 27 years old. Justin Heft, 28 years old. Great to see him get back. Here comes our top running order. Tyler Lynn, Derek DeMartille, right on his behind. Here comes Mateo, number 3rd spot. There's the aforementioned Justin Heft. There's Dante running 5th. There's Mason 6th right behind. Wow, what a battle, 1 through 6. Welcome to a new season.
There's our buddy
Giacomo Redondi hanging tough out on his own. There's Dalton Shiree.
Lots of cowies out there. It's nice to see. So it looks like Mateo pressuring Tyler Lynn for the lead right there. Or no, that's Dare. Sorry.
Well, I went back to the interview you did last year with Bones Bacon, a Pro Circuit. One of the reasons why they came up with this team is Bones said he wanted to see more Kawasaki's out here. And
I was giving Bones a bad time when he first started coming out with his kids racing off-road. And I said, so when's the team going to start? And he said, no, I'm retired. I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore. And 3 short years later, they got a full factory effort. You know, Kawasaki backing them with Bones out here. And Bones says he's still just hanging out with his grandkids.
Gotta love it.
So yeah, Dare always does really well here. I think it's kind of a little bit more. This would be the closest thing he's got to a home race. Well, I guess the Marysville round would be a little bit closer to his house. We're a lot closer to his house in Lincoln. Yeah, Dare all over, and he usually does really, really well here.
What a battle we are witnessing to open things up. The Honda and the Beta ready to go. Dare DeMartille, shout out to his lovely girlfriend here with us this weekend, the marathon runner, who's been really helping to push Dare's conditioning. I asked her straight up, I said, can Dare beat you yet? Dare said, not quite, not yet. But it is wonderful to have somebody pushing you in that regard. Tyler Lynn, his lovely wife, with us in this family affair as well. And two top racers out in front, starting to pull away a little bit. It's been an interesting young season for Beta, too. Unfortunately, tough luck for them as on the Supercross side, both of their racers now injured. Benny Bloss and Mitch Oldenburg. I asked Dare's dad, I said, do you think there's any chance Dare could get the call up? He said not for Supercross, but he does hope to do a motocross race with Factory Beta this year. They did Hangtown last season, and Dare is that fast. He can hang in pro motocross. True great talent out there.
Definitely a bummer to have both those guys. I mean, Benny Bloss went out before I think on press day.
Right in front of me.
Yeah, I saw
right
it on your stuff. That's where I saw it first, was on Cycle Drag's Instagram, is that Benny Bloss went down and messed himself up. But yeah, it's tough to see the team putting so much effort into it, and then by the second round, both of their riders are out. So hopefully want a quick recovery for all those guys and get them back at the track and racing.
All right, we are underway. A brand new season, a fresh start here from Delano, California. Welcome to NGPC 2026. How about changes to the schedule, too? Up from 8 races to 10.
Yeah, well, and
That's
then
pretty cool.
The one round that is going to be in Preston, Idaho, it's going to be like 5 different off-road sanctioning bodies coming together to be one group. And for one race out of the year, they're going to the Preston, Idaho round, and it's like 5 different off-road sanctioning bodies coming together. I believe for the NGPC series, it is a national-only round. But, man, that's great. To see all those sanctioning bodies come together, not worry about the money that they're making, but worry about just what's best for the sport and the riders. It's a big shout-out to all the people coming together.
Absolutely. I think it's awesome, and we want to thank them and thank all of our great sponsors like TBT Racing. Travis on site with us here this weekend, tuning in everybody's suspension, checking the sags. It was great to stop over and check out everything that's going on over at his trailer. He's actually got a really cool book that just came out all about Baja with some amazing photography. I was checking out that yesterday. So thank you, Travis, and all of our wonderful sponsors that keep this thing going. As you know, these broadcasts, they cost a couple bucks. We got to find a way to pay for Mark Tilley and, all the makeup that he goes through on one of these broadcasts. He's naturally beautiful, but we do like to put a little powder on the guy. So thank you very much, Mark, for being here and all of LNN Media Productions. Look at this drag race.
Justin Heff just sent that little pre-jump, and it looks like he's going to make a pass. Going in deep, making a pass for third. I believe that was that Mateo that he passed? It was going in deep on Mateo. He sent that jump almost into the face of the next rise.
Back into the grass section once again. This very fast track. This is virgin soil right here that they're riding over. No other categories, as Mark pointed out earlier, had an opportunity to hit this. No pre-run either. So this is all new to these riders right now. Tyler Lynn out of SLR Honda handling it with ease. Dare DeMartille, I visited with his dad Brody before, and there was a big debate going on that I mentioned to you earlier about tire selection. Brody actually wanted the hard pack tire. Dare decided to stay on the intermediate tire. He went with the Bridgestone 31.
And pretty impressed with Heft early in the race. He had the 6-time champion breathing down his neck. Didn't really seem to faze him, and then had made the pass on Mateo now, feeling a little bit comfortable. Heft is definitely a very talented rider coming into this year with good equipment, lots of testing time, and a really cool thing to see. So we'll see what he can do if he keeps marching forward. Those guys in front of him better watch out.
Yeah, we shall see some great racing to open up the season as we continue on. We're going to step away for 1 second, guys, but stay with us. This live stream presented by Honda will continue here from Delano, California. It's a brand new series of NGPC, and it will resume right after this.
Every generation believes they've invented the best way. With age comes wisdom.
How's it going?
We've come to realize that every piece of knowledge is learned, passed down from those generous and patient enough to teach.
It's bogging off the bottom. Let's take a look.
Legacy. It's not about leaving something behind to be remembered by. It's realizing that the future lies within the next generation.
Let's call it a night.
All right.
The nature of true progress is humbly building something bigger than yourself. Mountain ATV MC. This is our legacy.
As we welcome you back to the lush surroundings up here in farming country, 30 miles north of Bakersfield, California. It is Delano. It is known as a capital when it comes to citrus and almonds, but this weekend it's known as an oasis of speed. NGPC season opener. Jack Rapella from the Racing Jack YouTube channel alongside Mark Tilley, our resident test rider and speed freak from Dirt Bike Magazine. Already won a race here this morning, and that's what Tyler Lynn's hoping to do, win a race. He's out in front on Mark Samuel's SLR Honda, prepped by Juan and Carlos, and Dare DeMartille kind of just stalking and lurking. Pretty good position for Dare to be in, because we've seen sometimes this strategy works out well for Dare. Don't rush anything. Get the jitters out, get the early season nerves out, and make a move when he has to. But where is the sixth time? He has drifted back. From what I understand, everybody going to pit about around the hour mark, as we will go 90 minutes. If you're brand new to this series, Mark, I alluded to this earlier. Some of my spies, I'm not sure if they were steering me wrong, said they might have the ability to go the distance on this racetrack. Some of the teams also saying it's probably not worth the risk, but I just wonder if you're a guy running 7th, 8th, 9th, is it worth rolling the dice?
Yeah, it's a big risk. I don't think that they can make it the whole hour and a half, but you'll notice when Dare starts feeling the flow, he'll go back and forth, and right now he's just trying to get out of the roost. But like you'll notice,
we got to
go
move
to the inside.
All right, everything I said about Dare being patient, throw that out the window, because he wants the lead, and he wants it now, trying to get around the Honda Desert Star. Here comes that new
There it
Beta.
goes to the inside.
Brand new, 2026, 450. We got a drag race, your new leader on the factory Beta, Dare DeMartille. But Tyler not giving up
on the outside, and that's actually, these sections are a lot more off camber than what they look like on film. It's definitely these kind of drop away, and then this does the same thing. You get that inside line and it drops away, but it's and now Tyler's he's eating that roost.
Woo!
And on that side of the track, it doesn't get a lot of sun. It stays a lot. There's a lot more moisture in the ground, and the roost hurts. Like, it hurts really bad.
Now, that could be why Tyler's slowing down a little bit there. With a whole head of steam, though, you can tell he's put in the work over the offseason. What a hungry young man, too. Poised and focused. And, let's be honest, it's been very difficult for everybody in this series to play second fiddle to Dante Oliveira when you have such a dominator like that. But, you and I have talked about if Dante wasn't in this series, wasn't in this class, maybe Dare's the guy that we're talking about for the last 2 years. So both these individuals, Tyler Lynn and Dare, so hungry. And, Mark, that factory beta team has really come on strong in all forms of dirt racing.
And like I was saying before, the 480 has a little bit milder horsepower delivery. Dare coming from motocross and supercross type into off-road. The 450 is a little bit more aggressive. So not sure if that translates into overall speed, but it definitely, over the 480, is a lot more aggressive. And I know that Dare in the past had talked about his bike being maybe a little bit slower than some of these factory prep machines, but man, he's making that new bike look good. And that's Justin Heff in third, Mateo battling with his brother Dante for fourth place right now. Not where we would assume that Dante would be. But again, lots of changes in the off season and lots of personnel changes and stuff like that. So different people in different locations. But looks like Justin Heff looking good on his bike, on his Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and then we got...
Oh, here comes the sixth time around his brother, our version of the Lawrence brothers out here in the NGPC series. Very interesting, Mark. I don't know if you have any inside info either. I was digging. I was a little bit surprised at when I saw Mateo and Bobby Dawson in the white, black, and gold. It's the same company, but over to a different brand.
I think a lot of that was the switch over is I think a cost savings thing for Mateo to switch over to a Husky, because they want to definitely have riders out here, but some of the budgets are slimming up a little bit. And then I know Anthony De Basilio has gone, who was the Husky factory off-road team manager last year. He went over to the R&D department, get a little bit more riding time, stay home with the family, and kind of go from there. I know that he had a dream of running a race team, got to run the race team for a little bit, and then there's other opportunities for them to do stuff in the when it comes to that company. So good times going on there, but I think that's why. I think it's just a budget program.
Well, speaking of Mateo Oliveira, we got to catch up with him pre-race. Let's take you to that. Winds of change are blowing indeed, and this man next to me is on quite a historic run. Got Beta their first ever Open Pro NGPC win a couple seasons ago, and now Dare DeMartille, for the last 4 years, you've been on a 480, and you have made the switch to a 450 2026 model. Tell me a little bit about this bike and why you made that decision.
Well, the 480 was proven. It's got me 2 championships, and I'm just excited to switch it up a little bit. This is a 450 RC, so this is the off-road 450 model that Beta has, and it's been an awesome change for me to go do, and I'm excited to race it this season.
Now, what's funny is it's not often in racing we see a racer want to go down in displacement, but with some of these marathon races, power to weight ratio and some of the different things you encounter, do you think you could actually go faster on the 450?
Yeah, no, the 450 is it's whatever I'm comfortable with, and I've been really gelling with this bike, and it's been fun. It's we got some new sponsors on the team. We got STM clutches. That's a new clutch we're running. I got all new apparel. I'm running Moose gear, Aero helmets, Alpine Star boots. So yeah, it's a big change this year for 26 for the whole Beta USA crew, and I couldn't be more excited, man. It's awesome. The 450's been great. My dad's been killing it with the mechanics stuff. Everything's been running great, and excited to go racing.
I always talk about the huge impact that Beta made. They really made a statement in Supercross, proving that their players there. I think you've made a big statement here in the off-road world. What's the feedback you're getting from corporate and the customers out there? You feel like this brand has really been well represented out here?
Yeah, no, it's great to be a part of. It's a growing brand, and it's been fun from I've been with them since 2021, and it's cool to see the growth from 2021 till now. You know, it's just we have a lot of support riders. We have a bunch of guys, and it's fun. It's awesome. It's a great thing to be a part of, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, Dare has proven on any given weekend he can win, and wouldn't it be something if Beta was the brand to knock Dante Oliveira off of that pedestal? You never know what's going to happen. Well, thank you very much for the interview from Derek DeMartille. That is our current leader explaining the decision to switch to the Beta 450. Could this be the day Derek DeMartille gets Beta their second NGPC Open Pro win? We still got a long way to go. As you can see, only about a third of the way gone. The race that we did earlier on Racing Jack got used to doing that and thought that was a long affair at 45 minutes. Forgot about these 90-minute marathons here. Speaking of marathon, thank goodness Dare is in marathon training because you need it.
Yeah, and those guys are kind of pulling out on this second group of Heft, the Oliveira brothers, and then I think the person, I was trying to see who was behind that. I think that's Mason Simmons. So still on that RPM KTM team. I know that he's got lots of support. I know Bob from Stony Sox says Pit Boss Bob. I think he's the one doing the stuff there, and then he's got good mechanics in his corner with Ty Renshaw doing the work on the bikes and getting the bikes ready. And so lots of good people behind Mason. I'm surprised that Dare and Tyler Lynn are able to pull out. And I know you see on this, you see Precision Concepts on there now. The Scan Me thing, I believe that's for discounts.
Beautiful.
So if you see this kind of stuff in this this cool little graphic, and there's something that you can scan. I know on the TBT one there was something as well, but I believe if you scan that, you can get some discounts. So I know that the man that we're looking at right now is Mason Simmons. I believe he is on Precision Concept suspension.
Yeah, working closely with Robbie Bell. It was great. I talked to Bob Bell on the starting line yesterday. So wonderful to have that legendary man here. He was offering free sag adjustments whether you're his customer or not.
And did you see Bob's new scooter?
I see it.
Bob's got the scooter that he can get around. He's got a little mobility scooter that he can get around. I don't think I've ever seen him in one place for more than 10 minutes.
I'm surprised that scooter made it up the hill climb here, and he was not scared to go for it. So congratulations to him. Let's get a look at our running order. Here comes your leader, Factory Beta 450, Derek DeMartille, followed by Tyler Lynn. Here comes the 27 of Justin Heft, Pro Circuit Kawasaki, Mateo Oliveira, Dante Oliveira. Here comes the aforementioned Mason Simmons as the top six are not separated by much. Now we got a little gap sauce. Big time. This first group pulling away from the second group in a big, big way. Also, want to give a big shout out to, had an opportunity to visit with RPM Racing, and Mike Hurlburt. He's one of the superstars, just like Mark Samuels. These great individuals that field teams out here out of the love of the sport. Mike giving a lot of people an opportunity over there with RPM Racing. I visited with him today. He comes all the way from Washington. Former NASCAR truck driver.
Wow.
Loved doing it. He said he was one of the first out there and said that he actually, as we take a look now, here comes Shirey and Giacomo. Oh, could this one be perhaps a little personal between these two? I'm sure Giacomo's got something to prove. This effectively the man who took his job right in front of him.
I don't know about that. I think that this was a last-minute decision for the PC Kawasaki team. I know Shirey had been on a factory Husky for a long time. Former National Hare and Hound champion, and so looking at doing that, it sounds like he's going to kind of Ironman all of the best in the desert stuff, like Parker and or Vegas to Reno and something else, and I think it's going Reno to Vegas this year.
Cool. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely got it. Are you going to be at that one, Mark?
I don't know. I got to see.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it, team. You could go 497. I'll go 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to ride it. That's for sure.
I covered it last year. My good buddy, our talented director right now, Gio Brito. We chased the whole race from Vegas to Reno, and those motorcycle guys, let me tell you what, they are as hardcore as it comes to ride 500 miles through the unforgiving desert.
That's high speed. That's definitely high speed. So, yeah, so 2 Kawasaki riders. There's, 3, 4 Kawasaki riders in the field now. So, Bones and Billy making a big impact to the NGPC series with pro-level riders in this field. I believe Trevor Hunter in the vet class is back on his KX450.
The Swifty.
Yeah, so I think right behind this, that might be the beginnings of the Pro 2 class coming up on these guys. But yeah, these guys did definitely, they got gapped early when it comes to the rest of the pros. And I don't think Shire's going to do the whole series. I think that it's just out here because there isn't anything else National Hare and Hound wise going on. But I know that we had, it's kind of cool in California, we have almost every off-road series starting here in the month of January.
It's the only place it's nice. It was cold in Florida a couple days. I was jogging in Florida, freezing my tush off.
And it looks like that's Cole Zeller, number 39, Cole Zeller, a new addition to that RPM KTM team.
Yes.
And then that might be Simpson on the YZ250 in second. The young man getting the whole shot off the Pro 2 line, kicking that bike faster than those guys can push a button. So great kudos to him, but looks like that might be Cole, and they're right on each other. So definitely upsetting some of the other 250 riders. Zello is riding really good on his Husky the end of last year. So, and I'm almost positive he's another Precision Concept rider doing stuff. So I know that he did a lot of testing. A lot of stuff saying coming out of the RPM camp that Cole looked really good on that KTM. So good on him. He's showing the Pro 2s how to get around, and I believe the rider behind that might be Lyndon Snodgrass on that new Ducati Desmo 450. I think these guys have caught and passed him. So already well up into the open class field is these Pro 2 riders, and they look to be gapping the 250 class. So yeah, that's Zeller, Simpson. Sam would be the next person, then Noah Gordon, Dustin Davis, Colton Eck, number 36, and one of my test riders, and making his pro debut today is Harlem Nelson on his KTM.
Backed by Dirt Bike Magazine, correct?
Definitely.
Are you okay? Is your wallet okay after this? Does that include cheeseburgers?
We're one of his sponsors, but they're still buying their bikes because
does that include dinner from Mama Tilly? Is that part of the sponsorship?
It does, but we all eat dinner together, so it's kind of like on
training table
on the Saturday night before these races. We're eating. Usually, Bob will cook a prime rib, and Mama Tilly, my mom, will be making her world famous spaghetti and garlic bread. So
I love it. I had the great luxury of enjoying that delectable, delicious dinner one time. The only bad memory is shortly thereafter the pits blew up in Ridgecrest, California. We weren't running for our lives, but the food was awesome.
Nobody was hurt.
Nobody was hurt. Thank God. Thank God.
These guys are on it. These two guys making moves and making things happen. It looks like Nick Stover leading the plus 25 junior A class and making things happen for himself in that one too. So
54 minutes gone. And again, we expect pit stops in about 24 minutes where they will put some fuel in these 3-gallon big IMS tanks, maybe get a little supplement in the Camelback and get going once again. But as for now, could it be a historic debut for Dare DeMartille in the 450? And could Dare actually be faster on the 450 than the 480?
Yeah, you know what? It's he's wanting a little bit more, so you'll kind of see what's going on there. It looks like Fry Schultz. I think that's a typo or whatever for Harlem, because Harlem is now in the AA class, but that's Lehman. That is Kodiak Lehman, another one of my test riders that I get to talk about. Kodiak making his second year, I believe, in the A class. He said he was on the ground a couple times this morning, so he was trying not to do that. But yeah, Dare DeMartille out front, followed by Tyler Lynn, Justin Heft in third, making his debut on that Pro Circuit Kawasaki, with Mateo Oliveira in fourth, Dante Oliveira in fifth, Mason Simmons in sixth, Shirey in seventh, Snodgrass, Logan.
Shout out to, I told you, it's beautiful here in California. My buddy Warren Petty in Georgia, they raced in the snow today in Sparta. He's watching our live broadcast. Welcome to him. Brandon Malone, who is now Dante Oliveira's mechanic, he comes from South Carolina. He said he had a house in South Carolina. He got the call. KTM said, your services are now needed in Temecula, California, and he made the move. Mark, do you think there's going to be a little bit of a transition there, a little bit of a learning curve, going from the longtime team of Bobby Dawson and Dante to a brand new mechanic, or do you think it's just business as usual when you got a rider like Dante?
Oh no, I think that there's a big learning curve when he's got to learn his rider. The rider has to learn the mechanic. I mean, having a duo for that long together is really tough to make those changes, but you know it's got to happen because everybody's got to grow. But yeah, it's definitely one of those harder things that is kind of underrated. Just the same thing as Bobby Dawson has to learn how to kind of manage his team, because I'm sure that Anthony De Basilio did it a lot different. Anthony was actually one of he worked with Kurt Caselli when Kurt was alive, and was Kurt's mechanic for a lot of the success that he had. So you know, learning. Never having ran a race team before, I'm sure that Bobby D would be able to jump into this and learn fairly quickly and learn the ropes. And then having a rider underneath you that you've kind of watched grow up with Mateo, a little bit easier. But it's underrated on how important a mechanic is to the rider's success.
Sure. Just ask Jeremy Albright. We've had that conversation with him many a times, and all the success he's had with some of your great buddies like the legendary Jeff Emig, who we hope to see at A2 next weekend. All the stars will be out, that's for sure. And speaking of next weekend and the following weekend, not much of a break for these guys. A lot of these competitors running the Works race in Blythe and then sticking around the following weekend already.
Yeah.
It'll be round number 2. That's got to be tough as a competitor, or maybe it's something they relish. A lot of races bunched together in a short period of time. I know the weather's awesome, so.
Well, if you get hurt, you're not liking it. If you're healthy, you're liking it.
Yeah, if you're on a hot streak, you just love it, right? And there's Cole Zeller, who we saw moments ago. Right now, as we head into the pit area, the mechanics area, looks like that might be the talented Mark Samuels up there pounding his fist. Another great independent team owner. Asked him, how did you come up with this SLR race team? He said, always wanted to be on a team. Nobody asked me, so I started my own, Slam Life Racing. And a big acquisition with Sam Procera coming over there. Let's get a look as they come through the chute. Here comes the 4-6, followed closely by the 18, Giacomo Redondi, and the rest of the field catching up.
Sam is right on those guys. I didn't see Sam right on. So those are open class guys right there. That's Giacomo and Shirey, and then Zeller right behind him, and then Cody Simpson right behind him, and then
Giacomo putting it on Shirey there,
and then Sam,
Zeller. There's Cole Zeller.
Sam on that SLR Honda is right behind Simpson. I didn't notice that last.
Whoa! Giacomo gets. I'm telling you, Mark. I'm sniffing it out. This is just intuition. I think there's a little bit of a rivalry there. Even if Shirey, I mean, that's Giacomo. He's making a statement to his former team,
and that's good for both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Both of them a little bit of motivation because they've lost contact with that front-running group. And then now they're getting caught by the Pro 2 guys. So they definitely need some motivation to get them going forward. And nothing like a little inter-squad motivation. But the one I feel bad for right now is Cole Zeller. Because Cole's leading the 250 class, but coming off the back of that Pro Circuit tuned KX450, that roost is going to hurt.
That's going to hurt. That's true. That's true, but what a bright future Cole has. Saw him at a couple pro motocross rounds last year. Travels to all these races with his lovely girlfriend, and now on a brand new squad over there. It was Mike Hurlburt who picked him up. And remember, Mike Hurlburt, the former NASCAR truck driver who I talked about, was with Dante in the beginning.
Yeah,
he said, "Hey, with those first championships, you got to remember Dante was with RPM way back when."
Yeah, no, great farm team to come up with, but man, no, that's the top 3 Pro 2 guys right there: Zeller, Simpson, and Sam. And I'm pretty impressed with Simpson.
Simpson on a 2-stroke,
on
right?
a 2-stroke, and I know he's had the speed and he's been able to be up there, but I haven't seen him up there for this long. Where I think that's a countdown clock up in the left-hand corner, and it's 48 minutes left. Sam
nice move.
Just as we start talking about the announcer's curse, and he gets passed by Sam. So this is where I think Sam on last year, he was kind of on a privateer Husky ride and kind of had to get his own work going and all that stuff. This is where I think that it's really going to benefit Sam because he's got Mark and the entire SLR team behind him. All he's got to do is worry about riding. So if he can make a pass on Cole Zeller and get around Cole and kind of pull out, never know. We might be seeing him on the top step of the Pro 2 podium.
Yeah, I mean, he was right there last year with Mason Simmons. He says all of his friends and family are watching us from Australia. So good day, good morning, mates. Thanks a lot for being with us here on this broadcast of the NGPC series. Captured his first win last year, looking to capitalize on that momentum. In fact, earlier we were able to catch up with the one and only Sam Prechira. Let's take you to that. It certainly was a busy, silly season or off season, and I'll tell you, as competitors move up, that can mean opportunity for many others. Mason Simmons had been dominant in the Pro 2 category, but right behind him was this man, Sam Prechira, and check it out, guys, no longer in white, red this year. Welcome to SLR Honda. How did this happen, Sam?
I just kept harassing Mark, and then eventually it sort of led to something. So, I'm glad he was able to take the chance on me, and it's red for 2026.
Well, I think you proved last year that you could run with Mason. You had the speed, finishing second in points. How excited are you for this opportunity now that Mason's up in the Open Pro category?
Yeah, the last sort of 2 years I've done it all on myself. I had a lot of people helping me, obviously, but no one at the track. So no mechanic, no anything. It was everything I did myself. So, I'm blown away by the support already by these guys. It's pretty awesome what they do on a race weekend.
How would you compare this Honda to the bike that you were on last year? Any drastic learning curve or anything like that?
Honestly, I'm not too picky. I pretty well just started riding it from the get-go, and I was comfortable straight away. There wasn't any massive change. I was just back. Honestly, I got it, and it was just back to regular training. I think I had 2 weeks off, and then it was just back to regular motos and really just learning the bike as best as I could, really. And I didn't really have any issues. I think I gelled with it really fast.
Awesome. Well, we wish you the best. And finally, just like Mason, you come all the way from Australia. Do you got a lot of friends back home watching our live broadcast?
Yeah, obviously it's early in the morning, but everyone tunes in, and it's great when they get to see us on the TV. And we don't really have anything like that at home to watch us on in off-road, so it's really good.
Well, good luck to you, and good day, or should I say good morning, mates. Thank you for watching us all the way from Australia. Keep an eye on him here this year in Pro 2. Hey, how about that? Worldwide broadcast. Thank you so much for our production team doing a fantastic job here as always. We got great battles.
Looks like Sam's made it around. He got around Cole Zeller during the break.
Is that Giacomo or is that Shiree?
No, that's That's Shiree.
Shiree.
And it looks like he's going to...
Prachiro wants a piece of Shiree. Showing him a red Honda Fender. The SLR rider gets in front of the Desert Star. Unbelievable. The 250s can really run with the 450s here.
Well, and he's got, like I said, he's got some extra motivation because that roost hurts.
Ooh.
So he's definitely... So he's been able to get around Cole Zeller, and he's dropping the hammer. So with 44 minutes left, the SLR Honda of Sam is just killing it.
He sure is. A tremendous season opening race. 43 minutes in. We're about 13 minutes away from pit stops. Dare DeMartino on his brand new 2026 Beta. This race, and I know Carlin Gardner, Rodney Smith, all the legends over there, they've got to be pounding their fist and happy because, like I said, they've had some bad luck, unfortunately, over on the Supercross Series. Not the start to the season Beta was hoping for, but it may be the start here in the Off-Road Series if Dare can hold off the fast-charging Tyler Lynn and company, especially with 6-time back there as well. We'll see what happens when we get into our pit stops here in about 15 minutes. This track changing every lap. Somebody looking back there on the Kawasaki. We saw that happen quite a bit in our last race, our amateur race.
And it didn't turn out very well for him.
We don't want to give away the ending. You got to go to Racing Jack YouTube and watch it. I'm not going to give away the ending, but Mark called it that if Mark, the riding coach, would tell these racers never look back, right? Never. If you're looking back, it probably sends a signal to your competition, right?
Yeah, well, and sometimes I probably have to take my own advice because when your tongue's dragging your front wheel, it's really easy to look back. It kind of pulls your head back. So Sam getting that SLR Honda in front of some of these. He looks like he's going to make a run at Giacomo here real quick. And once he gets around Giacomo, he does have a pretty clear track. He won't be eating roost for very long.
Giacomo not easy to get around, though.
No, definitely not. But it looks like that's bringing Shiree back to the rear fender of Giacomo. Maybe he's not a fan of being passed by the Pro 2 second line, but he was, and that's Cole Zeller right there on the KTM, looking like he needs to get around those guys. But
there's the man of the hour.
DeMartino out front in the Open Pro class. I don't see anybody else in the photo or in the live stream picture, so he might have himself a good little lead here, but definitely making the Beta guys happy with that decision to let him ride the 450. So maybe fitting his style a little bit better, but when Dare's flowing, we got to see him over some jumps, and when he's feeling it, he's a really fun rider.
Dare with a quick peek back.
Yeah, watch, kind of just flow. So
he's putting on it. I think it's because he's got his good luck charm, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's dog here. In fact, I'm going to post a picture of them on Cycle Drag Facebook so everybody can see his good luck charm out there rooting him on. Is it that support? I know, Mark, you have enjoyed the support of a strong female out here throughout your racing career. Is that the family support?
The family support is definitely a really, really big thing, especially for me. My family's been a part of it for as long as I've been doing it. I couldn't have done it without any of them all here, and then now with my boys doing it and their mom here as well. So definitely lots of family support for me. There's some people that do it alone, and I'm bummed that they have to do it that way. But the family aspect, especially with the series, the series is a lot more family oriented than anything else. Like it's all about family, and if you have the family here and supporting you, then it's a lot easier to do it. I know that Justin Heff has his dad around all the time, Darren Heff. Darren was at one point in time a test rider for Dirt Bike Magazine. He actually did the photos before I did. So he's definitely very supportive and here as well. So lots of family support is never a bad thing. But looks like we got Tyler Lynn in third right there, or second right there. And that's Mateo right behind him. So lots of good battles going on. Justin Heft on that Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Just the drone footage is again amazing. You got to see it got to see some very crucial passes in the amateur program that we did on Racing Jack's YouTube. So go check that out. But really cool to see what's going on here. So right now, rundown. Oh, so it looks like Six Time has moved into second. He's moved past all of these guys. And he is behind Dare about 5 seconds. So it looks like we got Dare DiMartino out in front. Oh, and Mateo making the pass on Tyler Lynn. So Mateo making that pass, and it looks like Justin Heft knocking at that door, and he wants to get around. But again, the drone footage on these battles is absolutely amazing.
Wow, unbelievable battle. And you got to believe Dante is just looking at that beta saying, hello, old friend. They've had some great battles over
here. Comes Tyler Lynn back. He wasn't able to make that pass, but so lots of battling going on here but in the Pro 2 class, it looks like I think we're a little bit behind on the scoring, timing and scoring on that one. I believe unless Sam has done a pit stop or something like that. Sam, last time we were with them, was in the lead. So, but it looks like Justin Heft trying to go around the outside. Will he be able to make it stick?
Oh, here comes that Kawasaki.
Around the outside.
Taking the long way around. He got
it.
Wow.
So
lots of lanes.
Tyler having a little bit of trouble making those guys coming around him, kind of pressuring him a little bit more. But so Heft now staying with Mateo Oliveira on that factory Husky, and it looks like they're kind of dropping Tyler a little bit. Maybe Tyler needs to regroup a little bit and kind of take a breath and move forward. But again, it looks like there's a code that you can scan with your phone for TBT Racing and maybe get a discount. Maybe a little bit of discount code going on. We'll have to try to scan that and see. But TBT, one of the sponsors of the series and out here. And we have a great vendor row. I know the TRE guys are down there with they're the official retailer of Stony Socks at this thing so that Bob doesn't have to work. But lots of really good retailers, lots of really good food on vendor row as well. So
Smash Burgers out there. My buddy Hugo hooking me up with a Smash Burger.
Oh, really?
Might be a different Smash Burger than you know, right?
I'm kind of partial to
you like
to
my
California Smash Burger with Amy and Miguel and the crew over there that come out. I was trying to get Miguel to come out to this race, but maybe a little bit closer to home at Glen Helen. We can have a Smash Burger and he can do some riding. But so live timing and scoring tells us that the 6-time defending champion Dante Oliveira on his KTM has moved into second. So rundown in the Open Pro class. We got D. Martel out front, Oliveira in second. Lynn, I think, has dropped back to now he's in fourth because I think Mateo got past him and Heft might have also got past him as well. So yeah, there's third and fourth right there. So Lynn's back in fifth. And then Mason Simmons in sixth, Dalton Shirey in seventh.
Any chance we could see pit stops right here? They're going to go one more.
Yeah, they got it.
I think they're thinking about it.
Yeah, Mateo's pulling in.
Mateo pulls in. He wants to get it out of the way.
Heft pulls in as well.
The Pro Circuit pits goes to work with that IMS quick dump, filling it up. A supplement for Mateo. He's out of there. Oh, man, that's a tough spot to merge right there.
That's crazy.
That is a little... Man, we need pit road.
So that's first and second in the Pro 2 class that just went by those guys.
Not everybody pitted that time by. So that could make for an interesting conclusion. Did Dare DeMartil pit? I don't think he did. I think Dare will probably come in next time by. And, not to reveal my sources and spies, but I guess I'm just going to reveal them all. It was Brody DeMartil who told me if he had to, He thinks he might be able to go this whole race on 3.2 gallons, which they can fit in the IMS tank. But he also told me it's not worth the risk.
Did he tell you that so that you would say it so all the other teams would be thinking about it?
You know what? He could be playing some mental chess with me.
Yeah.
Did he put the lovely young lady with the dog in front of the bike that we just posted on Cycle Drag Facebook in front of Dare's bike to throw me off as well? Could that have been a red herring distraction?
It's not very easy, or it's not very...
They're playing chess.
It is pretty easy to throw you off.
It is
because
easy.
You were definitely thrown off.
I took it hook, line, and
so right
sinker.
here we know that Mateo got gas, and we know that Justin Heft both got gas. I don't think we saw. I believe that was Sam that passed them in the pit, and then Cody Simpson was right on them in the pit. So I don't think they stopped for the. And it looks like Justin Workman has passed Stover. Hunter is lurking in third. And
Trevor's still nursing an injury, unfortunately. He told me not 100% healthy yet for our Swifty.
And then Nick Nays in fourth. So in the live timing and scoring shows Zeller in first, Simpson in second, Sam in third, Dustin Davis in fourth, and Colton Eck in fifth. And then Harlem Nelson, his debut ride, found in sixth place. So good job to Harlem making that move up from the A class.
All right, half an hour remains in our opening round of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC NGPC Series. Dare DeMartille, factory beta, leads the way, but watch out for that, man, the 831. Something I spoke to him about, too, is I wonder, sometimes it's probably so hard to step outside of your brother's shadow when he's this big of a figure, 6-time champion. I wonder if they switch to a new team, a new brand, a new fresh start for Mateo and his opportunity to be his own man.
It could be. It's definitely one of those things to where
it's our leader, Dare.
So Dare's out front.
Right on a lapper. Let's see if that lapper gives way. Had to know the fast guys are coming through. And that beta 450.
It looks good.
Moving at a brisk pace. My goodness, guys. Go see your local beta dealer.
Well, in the last few years, we've seen Dare and Dante go at it. Dante hadn't started that far back. They usually were right at it, out off the start, right with each other. So they were battling all race long. But it'll be interesting to see if either one of them has stopped for gas. I don't think so, but it's definitely he's making that beta look good. That beta 450, he's definitely got it working really well. So
he is. He's in great shape, well conditioned. As I said, been running half marathons with his girlfriend. Ran some pro motocross last year. He's the 2024-2025 Works champion. Talked to his father. They will be running the Works series again this year as well. It really isn't an off season when you're Dare DeMartille.
Yeah.
Or a lot of these other guys.
I think for most of these guys, there isn't an off season. So you see Dare in the right-hand corner of your screen, and then you see Dante kind of lurking in. There's a lap rider in between them right now, but that's Dante coming into right behind that lapped rider, making that pass. So Dante might be gaining on him a little bit. I know that he's had to get around a lot more people, so this might be the time for Dante to do a little bit of digging and make his way up to the front. So, I could be completely wrong. That whole new mechanic phase might not be a big deal to him. He might have such a great program that it doesn't bother him.
Well, I spoke with Brandon Malone, his brand new mechanic, and he said he loves everything about Dante, loves his riding style, has given him great feedback on the bike, and says he's right at home with him. He said this style of racing is a lot different than GNCC that he was accustomed to, but he said he likes it. I wonder if it's tough for Bobby Dawson out there in his new role, watching his man Dante fly around without him. That's got to be a little bit strange.
Well, I know a big difference between... Whoa, Dante is making up...
He's moving.
Oh, that's not... Dare's over there. I thought that lap rider was Dare. But Dante is making up some time. I know a big difference between the East Coast and West Coast KTM Husky kind of effort is the food. On the
You're making me hungry.
on the East Coast, they have really good food at the races, and it's all made by, I believe it's Eric, who is the truck driver. Eric, who's been part of like JCR and Factory Honda, the Precision Honda Concepts team back when they were doing all Bajas. But Eric Stratton, definitely, I believe he's the one that, if he doesn't actually cook it, he's one of the ones that cooks it. I went back there and, man, the food is gourmet. And it's all what the racers need to rate, what each rider needs to what their diet is, and all kinds of stuff. It's Auntie Keelan definitely has that system dialed in. So I know Timmy Wiegand, the team manager for the KTM off-road team, and he's going to all the events and doing stuff. But definitely the food is a reason just to go.
You're making me hungry, my friend. I might have to hit In-N-Out before I catch a flight back to the East Coast. Perfect weather for racing here. 57 degrees right now in Delano, north of Bakersfield, California, this agricultural district. Look at all those beautiful citrus trees. Mark, you want to go out there and pick an orange with me later? We got to watch out for snakes, though. There are some snakes around here. Be careful. Beautiful area of the country, though, that's for sure. And this 7-mile picturesque race course, which is a whole lot of fun, which is super fast with a lot of off-camber turns.
Well, and we might be getting ready for pit stops. Dante might be pushing it a little bit harder right now because he knows that he's got a light bike, meaning that there's not a lot of gas in his bike right now. So he might be pushing it to try to get as close to Dare and maybe make a pass in the pit area, because that's always easier to pass in the pits if you can get in and out faster than it is to eat some roost and actually pass them. So we'll see right now. They're coming into that really cool grass track area right now, and Dante has made up some time, not huge chunks of time, but it looks like on screen he has made up some time. So Dare knows he's there now.
That is for sure, as we continue to wind through this awesome race. You know what? I do believe in a second we're going to take you to some more pre-race features, as it was great to talk to some of the wonderful clubs and some of the other individuals that make this series what it is. Absolutely got to love it as we tear through this brand new grass section. Speaking a little bit more about the track, let's find out a little bit more about SoCal MC. We spoke with them earlier. Let's take you to that. It really does take a lot of work to pull these events off, and we can't tell you how much we want to send our thank you to SoCal MC. I got Jason and Justin here with me. Jason, this track is awesome, man. Tell me a little bit about it and the build process.
Well, we've been coming here. This is our 6th year now, and the track was a working facility prior to us coming. We did some changes back then. The last couple of years, we've been trying to improve the track. This year we added, we call them features, a little more texture to slow it down. It's been a very fast track traditionally. A lot of guys coming off the track yesterday, so they've been very pleased with what we've done. Track crew down here, the Reynolds family, Jet Reynolds fame, his father and son do a lot of prep work for us. One of the big things we're super excited about is entering the Moto 1 section, we call it this year, is going to be a natural grass track for the 1230 race, which is the expert and pros. It should be a lot of fun to watch down there.
Well, you guys have done a great job, kind of our version of dirt work, so thank you guys. And Justin, for anybody out there that doesn't understand how many people it takes to execute a safe event, it takes a small army. You've got a lot of people here. How many bodies do we have, and where do you find all these great folks?
I mean, we're a traditional desert club, been around since 1944, and this is probably our 20th year doing Grand Prix with originally the Big Six and then NGPC. And, over the years just being here, being part of District 37, we've accumulated a lot of members. I think we're currently somewhere around 100 active members. And, probably about 75 people here today from our crew. Plus some extra family and friends that, I haven't seen, don't know their name, but they're out here holding the flag and helping us get this beautiful weekend, over with. So.
Well, guys, great event. We really appreciate it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. We could not do it without them. Thank your local club. Thank your local promoters. Thank you, SoCal MC.
They did both pit, both have gas, so now it's just an all-out battle to the end. Can Dare hold off the 6-time champion? You never know. He's on a new motorcycle, got some new Moose gear on, and it looks like he's starting to feel that flow that he's going to definitely make it to where it's not going to be easy for Dante to get around him, that's for sure.
It will be a fight to the finish. 23 minutes remaining, at least 23 minutes. Remember, the way that it works in this series is they will not throw the white flag until 90 minutes has expired. So sometimes these races can be quite a bit longer than 90 minutes.
But Mason, one of the riders that I wanted to see what he could do, and it looks like might be right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there's a KTM that's lurking right there, and it looks like he's going pretty fast. I'm not sure that's a lap rider, but we'll have to pay attention to that because Dante is definitely closed up on Dare, and there was a KTM that was lurking in behind. Maybe that's Mason.
We shall see. 20 minutes remain until our white flag, Dare DeMartille, getting the start to the season he was hoping for on his brand new 2026 Beta 450. But Dante Oliveira, the 6-time champion, in hot pursuit.
And he's right on his rear front there now. He's definitely right there. So, Dare knows he's there. So we'll have to see.
Has won this race the last 2 years at least, I know. I mean, he knows how to get it done here in Delano. And it was odd to see him get off to such a slow start. But it's showing the poise and the veteran nature of the 6-time champion. He didn't panic, just slowly worked his way up through the field. Quick pit stop. Shout out to his new mechanic. No problem, no anxiety there. We're able to get out in about 6 seconds, as you mentioned. And now the battle's on.
I haven't seen him walking around, but I believe Timmy Wigan, the KTM off-road team manager, is in the house and
he's here.
and walking around. So. So he's definitely on top of what's happening and what's going on. It'll be interesting to see. I believe that KTM rider right there in third is Mason Simmons. So Mason may be pushing Dante, urging him forward. But, yeah, that's Mason Simmons. Pretty impressive on that RPM KTM, a privateer team, as you were mentioning, going up against the factory efforts that Dante's on, and so definitely a cool thing to see Mason up there. I know that got to see him at the track, and his attitude of coming into the season, he wants to prove a point, and he can run with these guys.
Yeah, and Mason knows exactly what it takes. Remember last year, after he clinched the 250 championship in Laughlin, he stepped up to the 450s, led Dante for a few laps until he had a throttle issue that knocked him out of the race. So I think we're going to be, we've seen a lot of dominance and a lot of checking out the last few years. I think, very optimistically, I say this, I think we're headed for one of the most competitive seasons in Open Pro that we've seen in quite some time. With Dare taking a big step forward, Mason taking a big step forward, some of the newcomers out here. It was great to talk to Pro Circuit and Bones Bacon, too. And what I think is so cool is I was like, how did you select Justin Heft? And he said he was first up on the list. And I said, there's a list? And he said, oh, yeah. He said, Mitch Payton has his finger on the pulse of amateur racing in such a way that he has a very detailed list. And I think that's so cool that Mitch and Pro Circuit, they've already made it globally. That company is so successful, but he is all about racing. In fact, Bones told me right now he's trying to figure out what's hurting Levi Kitchen in Supercross. He said that's just consuming Mitch right now. That, and I'm sure taking a look at this race and seeing where he can help. But I think it's cool that a legend like that is that tuned in this series.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely, and his roots are in off-road, so he's definitely one of those guys that he wants to. When we were talking to him about, I get the chance to go to Pro Circuit 2 or 3 times a week because of I'm always dropping off bikes for them to use for fitment or whatever. So it's so I get to go see Camila and Dan and the whole crew down there multiple times a week. So, but yeah, it's great to hang out. I mean, you get to see Mitch out at the eateries out in Norco. My kids ran into when they were out to dinner and they ran into Mitch and Levi Kitchen, and Austin was able to get Levi's autograph and stuff like that. But just the normal guys, which is kind of a cool thing. But yeah, they do. Mitch wants to help out this team as much as he can without taking anything away from what he's already got on a different level, on the Supercross level. But it's nice. He is one of those guys that, his roots were in off-road, and he always wants to kind of give back as much as he can and go from there. So
super cool. I'm hoping to get inside Pro Circuit. I put a request in through Bones. I said I want to do an interview with the legend. Walk through. Let's talk about it.
We just need to walk in there with some Coors Lights.
There we go.
5 o'clock in the afternoon, Coors Lights, and we'll talk to Mitch. Well, Mitch and Bones. But yeah, it's definitely they're 15 minutes from the house.
That's so cool.
When we're putting it out there to Camila and the crew down there that we're going to bring Jack in and show him the showroom. Monday after A2.
Oh man,
you're going to be around. So
is that where the legendary RC bike, one of Ricky's old?
There's a bunch of legendary motorcycles there. Woo. So good times. And if nothing else, if Mitch isn't there, if he's busy, we can at least go there and you can walk around. So.
Beautiful. Hey, look at this gap starting to evaporate. I got bad news for Derek DeMartille. The 6-time is coming in hot. 15 minutes remaining. Dare has had such a boffo performance. Can he make it stick? It's not going to be easy, as he is square in the crosshairs of your 6-time champion.
Well, it looks like he's bringing his buddy from Australia with him too, because Mason Simmons is about as far away from Dante as Dante is from Dare. So a great 3-rider battle. We've had nothing but great battles. We had the amateur thing showcased on the Racing Jack YouTube, and we got to see Dare looking back. We got to see lots of battles in there, and then now in the pro class, we're getting to see lots of battles here. So, and these guys are right on top of each other. This just goes to show that the SoCal crew did such a great job getting moisture on this, and then all of the rain that we've had here recently. But man, Mason's on the move.
Yes, he is. So is Dante. Those KTMs hungry for the lead. Can Dare DeMartille hold him off on the Beta 450? We shall see. 1, 2, 3 coming together, giving us a very suspenseful and thrilling conclusion here from round number 1 of the Rocky Mountain ATV MC NGPC series from Delano, California. Jack Crapella, Mark Tilley here with you. Absolutely loving it. Big shout out.
Mason is right on Dante right now. And if we know, Dante's come up from the back of the pack before, but it's usually him coming up by himself. He hasn't had any kind of pressure, and this would be the guy that can pressure him. So is Dare being able to pull out a little bit because now Dante's thinking about Mason that coming in behind him, or what's going on? I'm really impressed with the speed of Mason. I know that, like I said, Ty Renshaw spinning the wrenches on that RPM KTM for Mason, at least for the first couple of rounds, and maybe even longer than that. If he goes out and wins, Ty's not going anyway.
Imagine the education Mason's getting right now, too, right behind Dante, getting to learn all of his fast lines as we race to a conclusion here. There is somebody we haven't talked about a whole lot, the 3-time defending women's champion, Moto KK Nielsen. Like I said, it was great to see her get the spotlight in A2, big interview in front of Angel Stadium. She looks back. Even her father, the great Mr. Nielsen, Corona PD's finest, out here racing with us this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did. I understand. Craig Hunter told me he made a pass on him. I don't know if Craig was giving me a call.
I don't know about that. In the video I saw of Craig, he was going backwards. He was the passee, not the passer. So, yeah, Michaela out here doing big stuff for the women in the sport of off-road racing and motocross. So, making that SLR Honda look good, all healed up and ready to charge and defend that number 1 plate.
Yeah, so, guys, let us know down below in the comments if you are watching as well. I know we got friends from all over, an international affair. I got friends from back east. I got a special friend. I got to shout out one of our resident racers, Chris McCarthy. He was my pilot on American Airlines flight. He's a racer with us. He's watching our broadcast. Chris, can you pick me up in Bakersfield later on tonight? But thank you for watching us, my friend. He's complimenting the drone coverage. Says looks great.
Well, there goes Ava and Tyler Lynn. So Ava Silvestri going by on the new Husky ride, and then Tyler Lynn going by on that SLR Honda, who was up front early. So lots of action going on, and I guess we're back to the leaders. And man, you can throw a blanket over the top three in the Open Pro class. There's Dare, Dante, and Mason all right there, almost in the same turn. So
what a rousing start to the season. This is what you hope for. This is what you ask for. We've seen a lot of races where it's been a foregone conclusion, a leader miles ahead. That is not the case here. 11 minutes remaining before the white flag and a lot to be decided. The Beta out in front. Here comes the 6th time. Stalking and lurking. Australia's own Mason Simmons not far behind as well. Look at Dante, too. Looks like he's trying some new lines out there. Well, experimenting, not following. Uh-oh, here comes the factory Red Bull, KTM, trying to make a move on Dare DeMartille. Dare feels him coming. Dare to the inside, Dante to the outside. What a battle we're seeing with 10 minutes to go here in our NGPC opener. Here comes Dante again to the inside. Dare holding him off, though. Dare not panicking. Dare's been in this position before. I think it was at Ridgecrest. We watched these guys battle nose to tail for 90 minutes. Dante, different situation. Here in Delano, has not run up front so far today. He wants that top spot.
Well, I'm pretty impressed with the Australian boys. Sam and Mason both serving recognition, or both serving notice into their respective classes. Didn't expect Mason to be up fighting this early, but he's doing it, and he's doing it great. So can he go from 3rd place and win his 2026?
Oh, comes Dante the 6th time trying to make it stick. Dare DeMartille with a fistful of throttle, fights back. Now it's Dante Oliveira that's got to eat that rough, unforgiving roost. Dare looks back to the outside. Dante tries the inside. We've got a great battle. It's KTM versus Beta to open the season.
Man, that drone footage is amazing.
Unbelievable.
More drone.
Oh, here comes Dante to the inside.
Dare shuts
4
him
to
down.
4.
No.
Dante, he's got the lead, at least for a second. Can he make it stick? Yes, we've got a new leader. 1 hour and 20 minutes into this race.
Oh, did Mason go down?
Mason Mayo went down, but ladies and gentlemen, your new leader, he is the 6-time defending champion, now out in front, asserting his dominance once again. The factory Red Bull KTM of Dante Oliveira. Take me inside the mind of a racer, Mark Tilley. What do you do if you're Dare? You led this thing for an hour 20, probably a little demoralizing right now. How do you regroup and make a charge down the stretch?
That's one of the hardest things to do, because he has been out front. He hasn't been able to look at Dante's line. Dante's been able to look at his line. So it's mental toughness right now to be able to pick that pace up and go after him, go back after him after Dante came from back in the pack. And I don't see Mason Simmons. So I don't know if Mason maybe tipped over or had an issue, but he was right on these guys, and they're not pushing that much harder than they were. So very interesting to see. And I have to find out what's going on with Mason. I don't believe that looks like Mateo.
Through Orange Blossom Expressway we go, down through the chicane. Don't worry, we'll get you the updated run order as soon as we can. You can also use the NGPC app and website as a companion for this broadcast. Remember, all results unofficial until said otherwise. We had some problems with transponders yesterday, but right now we can definitely give you the eye test that Dante Oliveira out in front, but there is no quit in Dare DeMartille. This is where all that training, I'm sure, comes into play. Dare knows for the last few years what he's got to do to close this gap. And some lap traffic could really help Dare in this situation. Dare goes inside, Dante goes outside. Lapper gets out of the way quickly.
Dare definitely is, a lot of this has mental toughness too. Like you figure you're out front and then this guy comes blowing by you, and you have to be mentally tough. These guys are definitely, Dare has that, and that's Mateo now. coming up. Where Mateo's the one.
Whoa, Dare DeMartille
Going back after him.
Yeah, to your point, it is such a sports psychology lesson. It is all about mental toughness. Darren Durham of PR2 Suspension put it to me best at the Mini O's. He said, did you ever see a little kid try to go down the steps for the first time? They're terrified. Maybe they grab one railing, go down one step and back out. He said 3 days later they're going down it no problem. Why? Because they believe they can.
Yeah.
Does Dare believe he can? Right now, that's the question. Does he believe he can reach the unreachable star and pass the sixth time? We're about ready to find out. Dare DeMartille, Factory Beta, Dante Oliveira, Factory Red Bull KTM, two of the best dirt bike riders in the world today. The Kawasaki looks back. He knows the freight train's coming. Gentleman move, waves him through. Says, let me not interfere with this battle. Some great racing. My goodness, I'd hate to be the guy that interferes with this battle. Look at that blue groove surfacing. Dante, fistful of throttle. My goodness. Does Dare have any tricks up his sleeve? I love watching the ebb and flow, too, because just like our earlier race, you can tell there's points where Dare's faster, there's points where Dante's faster.
Yeah, and then some of it getting out of that roost. You don't want to be eating that roost, and sometimes you go outside where they're going inside and find a little bit of speed, and that little bit of speed might be what gets you back around them or around the person in the beginning. So, man,
Dare!
Right there.
Dare wants it back to the inside. I think Dare's made a big statement. He's kind of let everything settle down. He's regrouped. He's poised again, and I think he sent a message to Dante. I'm not going anywhere. Dante was checking out for a little bit, but not anymore. Now we've got another nose-to-tail battle.
It's great. We don't have to deal with any kind of dust or anything like that, so they don't have to slow down because they can't see. It's nice to see lots of line selection, lots of line choices, and again, the drone footage that we're being able to bring.
Shout out,
you
Max.
can't see this anywhere else. That's for sure.
Our buddy Max McSamo, MVP. What a great guy out of Arizona, bringing the great coverage here. Our entire broadcast team: Gio Brito, Aaron Kennard, Ross Fitch, James Burtock, Peter Park, Mike Bertowski, the whole crew, bringing you a stellar broadcast as always. Great job, boys. Host Sway here as well. Pardon me if I'm forgetting anybody, but they are a wonderful team. A lot of these guys, many years with Lucas Oil Production Studios in Corona, California, now bringing you the action here at NGPC.
Yeah, it's these guys have definitely. If Mason's still back there, didn't go down, these guys definitely pulled out on him. And like I said, I think the person that I've seen come in is will know when they come through timing and scoring. But I believe that Mateo is actually coming in to the screen as well. So
when I talk about the ebb and the flow, look at how much faster Dante is in that section. But then Dare kind of reels him in. Dante seems to pull away. I hate to jinx him at this point, could Dare be missing 30 of his friends in that 30 of those cubic centimeters that he's used to down there in the engine department?
Yeah, I don't. Is that the white flag?
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going to have to get clarification on that from Craig Hunter. Maybe a rule change this year, maybe something SoCal. Maybe our timing clock, not 100%. We don't know. Could be our timing clock's a little off. That was what we've always been told, though, is they wouldn't throw the white till the bitter end. Nonetheless, what are we running, about 8 minutes a lap here?
Yeah, I think without the grass track, those guys, the average human was doing right around 9, 10, something like that. So these guys are probably going a little bit faster. But yeah, very, very interesting. Maybe a little bit early, but...
Is that advantage Oliveira, or is that advantage DeMartille? One lap to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say probably for the guy out in front, right? Shorten this race.
He's only got to make it around one more time.
Dare DeMartille, this is the section that beta really hooks up. This is where Dare was able to close in. Does Dare have any tricks up his sleeve? Or will it be the day of Dante Once again, what an amazing talent. Be curious. I didn't really get a chance to talk with Dante much pre-race as well. The new daddy, by the way, congratulations to him. And there is Moto KK looking to make it 4 in a row on her Monster Energy SLR Honda. She's got some tough ladies to compete with over in the SMX side, too. We'll see what she can do. I was telling Craig Hunter and all those guys, they need to send the NGPC social media team to Supercross and capitalize on some of this. I think Trevor Hunter is the social media team, by the way. But congratulations to her. She's hanging tough. Won Paula last year. First round of WMX in Pro Motocross. Proven. I did all those videos that you saw on CycleDrack Facebook. Said she's one of the fastest women in the world. Backed me up. Certainly is. Undaunted, unafraid. A lot of different classes here. A lot of battling for position. We're on our final lap. Thank you guys so much for watching this broadcast. There's Ava Silvestri. Brand new bike for her. Spoke to her father. He said there is quite a learning curve going from Gas to Husky.
That's Sam Prochira. And Cole Zeller was right on him. So, but now back to the lead. They're not letting... Definitely Dare is not letting Dante get away. Dante's kind of stretched out a little bit, but not letting him get away from this. So this is where they come from one side and kind of work their way over to the other side. Terrain changes a little bit, but...
We are on our final lap. We'll have to get eyes on our leaders as we look at the Skaggs Racing logo. Shout out to Mr. Tim Skaggs. Great offseason for him. New treasurer here for the NGPC Series. Not with us this weekend. He's racing his sports car, but we look forward to seeing him back in a couple rounds.
So live timing and scoring does show Mason still in third.
But it also shows Dare leading. We know that's not.
Oh, yeah.
So don't be careful.
That's true.
don't trust it too much, but that's okay. It is a great companion, like we said. But don't let your eyes deceive you, unless, of course, when we, like I said, once we get eyeballs on our battle for the lead again.
Those are the leaders right there.
Those are the leaders. So
yes.
We got Dante clearly out in front. Let me look. My old man eyes are starting to get a little bit bad. I do see the orange trees, which I still want to go up there with Mark Tilley, pick a nice, juicy California orange for my plane ride back to Florida.
I'm sure there's fruit stands along the way back to Bakersfield that will have those oranges on the side of the road.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of fruit in California, that's for sure. A beautiful, beautiful citrus company up here. Also, a lot of pipeline, big oil pipeline up here that I passed. I'm like, what the heck is that? All right, Dante Oliveira, he's the pipeline to success right now. Factory Red Bull KTM is the pipeline to success. Dare DiMartell hoping to secure Beta's second win in this series. Running out of time, though. Probably hoping for a mistake out of Dante. Is that Mason Simmons?
That looks like that would be Mason.
Mason looking back, if that's him.
And then that's
Mateo.
That would be Mateo in third.
Looks like so. Mateo right at home on his new Husqvarna. No gas race team this year, from what I understand. The boys telling me they are still producing gas
yeah,
in the year 2026.
Just no racing.
No factory gas team.
Yeah. And it looks like Mateo, if that is Mason, it looks like Mateo is working his way up. And Mason better get going because Mateo's coming on strong.
Mateo, look at this.
That's for the podium.
That's for the podium. Podium position.
Oh, I think he got him.
Mateo!
Yeah, that's not Mason.
Oh, forgive us. Sometimes when we're looking from 300 yards away, we need our binoculars.
Is it a KTM and got the same color gear?
We'll give you
but yeah, so Mateo is in third because that was Dare and Dante going back the other way. So Mateo making up both time on both of them. So yeah, I wonder what happened to Mason.
Hopefully not a bike failure like he experienced in Laughlin. Let's hope everything's okay on that RPM racing machine. Mateo, the 831, cruising around, got to visit with his new mechanic as well. They're gelling. They're having a good time together. Seems like the Oliveira brothers able to connect with their new mechanics. I'm sure they maybe have a little bit of feedback on that, as there is the six-time champion, Dante Oliveira. Where is the 200 Beta? Did he drift out of focus? That didn't look like the 200 right behind him, was it? Let's see.
Yeah, that should be him. Right
Oh,
there.
is that there?
Yeah.
Almost looks like different gear.
That's only so he's only got about a quarter of a lap left to bring it home, and that's Dare still keeping him honest. But he, like I said, he only got about a quarter of a lap to go to do that.
Oh, Dante hitting a little bit of a braking bump there. Dare, last gasp, last opportunity, fistful of throttle. He knows.
So Scott Perkins telling me via text message that on the live timing and scoring that Mason is showing an 8th place right now.
Maybe,
so hopefully he didn't go down. But something happened. So we'll have to find out what happened after the race.
Well, he's still running top 10. That's good for him. You know what they say, you can't win the championship at the first race, but you can lose the championship at the first race. And for Dare right now, nothing to hang his head about if it stays like this. For Dante, just business as usual. Who's going to be able to stop this young man in this series? If you guys are watching this, calling all fast riders from all over the world, I want to see some more of them GNCC boys come west as well to challenge Dante. We saw Dante go east and win. We need all the big boys we can get out here. We might have to tap into Mark Tilley's Rolodex. It's Dante, I don't know, Dare's closing it up just a little bit. One last gas, one last chance for the Beta 450. Does Dare DeMartille have any tricks up his sleeve? Look at that gap now. We got a lapper. Coming in front. Could play a factor. Does that lapper know the leaders are coming through on that Kawasaki? Here comes Dare DeMartille, fistful of throttle. But Dante, the multi-time champion, who is healthy this year. Whoa. Oh my goodness. What just happened there? I'm telling you, this Kawasaki rider could be slowing things down. Now the Kawasaki rider gets
to the inside.
Dare goes. Oh, Dare went for it. Oh my goodness, Dante, a la Jake Paul, puts his hand in the air, a la Floyd Mayweather, says, you can't hurt me. I survived it. Dare went for it. Clean racing, but a little bit of contact. You can't blame Dare for going for it. He tried, but you can't even knock this guy off the bike.
Well, and I got another text message, this one from Bob Bell at Precision Concepts, and it looks like that Mason Simmons' top shock bolt possibly broke off.
Oh, no. They've been having a problem with the KTMs, I think.
It was gone. So
that's what your buddy Stony Socks was telling me.
That was the shock coming apart.
Oh, my.
Unscrewing itself.
What's going on with these KTM shocks, man?
This might have been a bolt broken.
Yikes.
So definitely interesting stuff right here. Dante has pretty much got this one because all he's got to do is make this left-hand corner right here and then kind of go up to the right and then drop down into the scoring chute. So I think he's pretty much got this one in the bag.
What a try, what a move by Dare, though. I think Dare's been maybe watching a little Hayden Deegan film. But as for now, your winner to start the season. Say hello to the Delano checkered flag recipient. He is your six-time defending champion with lots of love and hugs from Kurt Hintz and the entire crew here at NGPC. Look at the great show of sportsmanship, too. I think Dare saying, hey, clean racing, fist bumps all around. Those guys know they were going for it. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed about if you're the 200 of Dare DeMartille. What a season debut for him. And coming home on the podium, his debut with Rockstar Husqvarna Racing, Mateo Oliveira. I am out of breath. What a race. What if this is any precursor to for the 2026 campaign? Buckle up, strap it on, baby. We are in for a battle.
It looks like Heft coming across in fourth. He just came across, so maybe he was in fourth.
Dante talking to some of those lappers out there for, hey, thanks for getting out of the way, guys. We appreciate it.
Now we got to see who's going to come across for the Pro 2 class.
Yeah, who's going to win? I think Sam Pretschira was out in front. If we can trust our live timing and scoring, the man from Australia, as we look to send him through the Yamaha finish line here at beautiful Delano. What a wonderful day for racing. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. We thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Thanks to who's that lovely lady under the scoring tent? Do you know her, Mark? She just waved at you. I think she's waving at you. Oh, she is. Coming in now. We got some more.
Right now?
And I believe Mark Tilley is getting some marching orders from head boss Craig Hunter.
Yeah.
To go to
my boss.
Your boss says go.
My boss is telling me.
Did you tell Craig Hunter yet when we're live I cannot pick up the phone and talk? Like you can't call me when we're live?
Just block him. It's way easier.
That's true.
Blocking is a good thing. So the best part is Craig doesn't pay me. So I kind of look at it and go, I can tell Craig anything I want.
What a deal.
We're just waiting for the 250 riders to come across, and then we'll head down to the podium. I wonder if Craig is going to escort me down to the podium because I don't even know where that's at.
That would be great.
Sam, there's Sam.
There's Sam, your winner. What a debut performance with SLR Honda. Congratulations, Sam Prachira, Mark Tilley. Hopefully the podium's not too far away from Mark. I think he's going to jump in the side-by-side with Craig Hunter. What an awesome race, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Stay with us all throughout this broadcast because we'll hear from our podium finishers in just a little bit. And I got to hear from Dante and Dare about that last lap, that contact. And you can't blame Dare for going for it. What a great race. Here comes Moto KK. She takes the win in the women's category. So the three-time champ flexing her muscles, looking strong, looking tough to beat. We'll be back in just a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Stay with us. We'll talk to our podium finishers when we come back from Delano. Round number 1 of the NGPC series will return right after this.
I'm Jeremy McGrath, and I trust Maxxis tires. It's the only way I roll.
Smallest, mediumest, to almost big, too big. Let's go, man! Let's go, man! I mean, yeah.
Nobody can get dead. I think I hear Dada riding.
Unfiltered joy and the all-new CRF 300F, made by Honda.
And we welcome you back to what was an absolutely thrilling opener with the Rocky Mountain ATV MC NGPC series here from Delano, California. Still a lot of riders coming in, but our 1, 2, 3 is set in moments. We're going to hear from our podium finishers. As soon as I get word that they're ready, we'll send it down to Mark Tilley, and we will hear from everybody who ended up on top of the box here this weekend. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Like I said, I know a lot of you facing frigid temperatures elsewhere. Pretty much the entire country, aside from California, is freezing right now. Even here a little chilly, as you can see by our lovely ladies with the Yamaha sweatshirts on. But I'm not complaining. 57 degrees and sunshine, beautiful, moist soil that provided some amazing racing. Let's take a look at your unofficial results here. Dante Oliveira coming home with the win. The 6-time champion flexing his muscles, and just 1 second behind him, the factory beta of Derek DiMartino. Great debut for Mateo Oliveira on his Husqvarna out of Hollister, California. He's only 3 seconds behind. Justin Heft with a nice debut, too, for Team Pro Circuit. Congratulations to him. Good to see him healthy. Tyler Lynn, who led this race for a while, is in the top 5. Nice showing for him. Giacomo Redondi, how about him now on a privateer effort, coming home with 6. Dalton Shirey, 7. Mason Simmons in the 8th spot after the shock failure that he encountered. Shane Logan, 9. And Lyndon Snodgrass on the Ducati. Ducati gets its first ever NGPC top 10 here in round number 1. What an awesome round of racing it was. Beautiful day, as I said before, that the racers just commenting. A lot of times we'll come here and it'll be overly wet or not wet enough. Today it was just perfect. And we invite you to come out to one of these races live. Make sure you check out the schedule on ngpc.com and check out the brand new 10-race series. After this, after the lush fields of Delano, we'll head down to Blythe. A couple new stops on tour this year. Should be an excellent season of racing, and like I said, we hope to see you there. If you're looking for our amateur race, remember you can see that on the Racing Jack YouTube channel. We covered the women's categories and also B and C. Had some great races earlier, and I think our podium is almost ready. I'll wait to get confirmation from our talented streaming crew here as to when we are ready, as we give you a look over this awesome race facility. This is race country up here, man. As I said, the drag strip not too far away if you're familiar with Bakersfield Dragway. Kern County Speedway not too far away. It is a wonderful mecca of speed in Central California. Absolutely love it. Podium finishers in place. What a battle that was, too, between Derek DiMartino and Dante Oliveira on that last lap. My goodness. And Mateo coming in with a strong effort as well. Definitely 3 of the top talents in the world standing atop the NGPC podium right now. 3 of the world's best dirt bike racers. That is for sure. I'm Mateo right now actually chatting with Mateo, and I think we're ready to send it down to our resident expert from Dirt Bike Magazine. Let's send it down to Mark Tilley. Take it away, Mark.
I know you don't care. I'm
We
just doing
think.
it.
We hope. Okay, Jack, we're back down here on the podium, or we're down here on the podium, actually, for the Open Pro class. Mateo, new bike, new look for 2026 on the podium at the opening round. Take us through your race.
Yeah, it was good. I got off to about, I think I was like second off the start, and then Derek cut underneath me right away, and then I was just third for a little bit, and the pace was high in the beginning. I wasn't too ready for it, so I kind of got sucked up a little bit. Had a little battle with my brother, and then we all had different pitch strategies, so I was able to get into third, and then was behind Mason, and then he had some problems, so I ended up with the third. But it was an intense first round, so but I'm happy to be on the podium.
So now I see, looking at you, it looks like you got a little bit of a fat lip. Is that from going down, or is that just from the roost out here? Because I know it hurts.
No, it's just from the roost, and I got hit once. It swelled up, and I just kept on getting hit. I think it hurt more when there was lappers hitting me with it. I was just like, it feels personal when they're doing it. They're doing it on purpose. But I'm just kidding. It was a good time, and got to find a little speed for the end, and I'll be right there.
Well, now, having to change to a new team or new bike in the off-season, was there any way you approached this year as last year, or just business as usual?
I approached it, I wanted to do better. Last year I finished third here. I was on the podium a lot. I had a lot of close races, so I came in with a lot more, expectations for myself to get up here and fight for the whole race. So business as usual, just want to be better.
All right, well, who would you like to thank for getting you here?
The whole team, pretty much an all-new team from Bobby, Tanner, Travis, the whole Rockstar Energy, Husqvarna team, Pro Taper, Dunlop, my parents, my girlfriend for helping me out and taking care of me all weekend, and Fly, CD, and the whole squad. Thank you.
All right, well, we're going to move our way over. We're going to actually have to come your way and then come over here between the bikes and talk to factory beta rider Dare DeMartell out front for a lot of the race. Little bit different look this year with the Moose Racing, and I heard that you've gone to a 450. So take us through your race and tell us why you switched.
Well, I got the pleasure to ride the 450 at Hangtown Pro National last year, and I really liked it. And I was on the 480 for 4 years. It was a championship bike for me. It was a really good motorcycle, but I wanted a little change. And I got on the 450 RC, man, and it's been an awesome machine. It starts faster, more of a motocross style bike, and I think it's great for the GPs. So, I got off to a good start and tried to put my head down and just do some clean laps. And then Dante ended up getting me with 2 laps to go and put on a hard charge and did what I could. We ran it in on him pretty deep in one of the corners and tried to rub some red on the orange bike. And then he ended up getting me. But no, overall solid race. I always come out to the first round swinging, and I'm ready to carry the momentum through the whole series.
So now, who would you like to who would you like to thank for getting you here?
Oh, for sure, the whole Liqui Moly Factory Beta USA team. My dad is my mechanic, my girlfriend Bryn, all my family and friends watching. Alpine Star Boots, Moose Racing is a new sponsor for me. Aero Helmets, Ryan Jensen at Aero, he's hooked it up. It's awesome. He was one of my first sponsors ever. So really cool to have him on board and have a whole new look. And Bridgestone Tires, Mika Metals, Evans Coolant, Works Connection, FMF, HBD Graphics, Seat Concepts, the whole crew, ARC Levers, everyone that's a part of the whole Beta USA team. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait to keep this momentum rolling through the season.
Now, we know that you came from motocross and supercross, and unfortunately we have had some injuries for the Beta team early this year. Any chance that you might want to try supercross again, or are you still looking forward to maybe doing some outdoors?
That's a solid no for me on Supercross. That's a been there, done that. No, my heart goes out to Benny and Mitchell. They're great guys, and they were really prepared coming in this year. It's just no. If they wanted a guy to go make the night show, I would be underneath the rig and I'd go do it. But they're looking for this bike is a top 10 capable motorcycle for Supercross, so they're looking for someone that is born and bred to do that. And my heart's an off-roader right now, man. So it's good.
All right, well, next weekend I think you're out at Blythe to defend your Works Championship in the Open Pro class, and then the weekend after that you'll be back there at Blythe to battle with these guys again. Yeah. You're going to change up your strategy a little bit to be able to beat this guy next to you, or are you just going to do the same thing that Mateo said, business as usual?
Yeah, no, I just another great start, and I'm gonna go get a get a little practice in Blythe before these guys show up, and hopefully I can do a little testing there and get a little more edge and feel comfortable on that track, and yeah, come out swinging. So I'm excited.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to turn around here to the 6th time. I'm not going to do it like Jack does because I got a headache already. But so with you, it's kind of calm, cool, collective. Even when you get off the bike, you have the family, now the little family with you, with your wife and the new baby. Didn't make it easy on yourself, but take it through your race.
Yeah, terrible start. Got a little too excited and blipped the throttle and flamed out. But, yeah, made it tough on myself. Just ate roost for that whole, hour 20, hour 30 of the race until I started making moves around the pit. And, yeah, one at a time. But, yeah, it was a long race. I felt like everywhere I'd go, there'd be another rider there. And just super hard to make passes. And the roost was brutal out here. But, yeah, good time. The bike worked awesome. And just stayed charging. I actually got a little lucky. I missed my pit, and Dare was pitting the next lap, so I was able to chase him down a little bit more, and then just battled it out the last 3 or 4 laps, whatever it was. But, yeah, great race. Definitely made it hard on myself, but it was a good time. Bike's working awesome. New mechanic did great. Bike's bulletproof. Team was great. Thanks to my family coming out, and, yeah, fun battles today.
All right, well, that pretty much sums it all up. Is there anybody else you'd like to thank?
The whole FMF Red Bull KTM team, team manager Timmy, WP Suspension, Damon for building it, Travis for helping out here at the race weekends, Dunlop Tires, Gut Seats, Motorex, Renthal, Chirby's, Hinson, Alpine Star, Ashok Knee Braces, and IMS Tanks.
All right, well, congratulations on the win, and we'll let you guys get your podium stuff together. Back to you, Jack.
Thank you so much, Mark, and congratulations to all of our podium finishers. Man, what a battle that was. I am so excited for the rest of the season. If this is any indication of what we're in for, well, we're in for our Pro 2 podium. When we come back, we got to step away for just a second. Stay with us. Round number 1, the NGPC series. We'll be back right after this.
Nobody can get Detta.
I think I hear Detta riding.
Unfiltered joy and the all-new CRF 300F, made by Honda. And we welcome you back to what was a thrilling and rousing opener. Look at that soil. Oh, my goodness. Somebody throw some seeds down and plant corn. We are capital of California, citrus country up here. California, beautiful, beautiful racetrack. Still a little wet and moist up here, though, for sure. I see they still got a fog warning as We take a look at our podium warning, and that is Sam Pritchero, who came out in a big, big way this year. Congratulations. Brand new ride with SLR Honda. He takes the win. Cole Zeller, also brand new ride with him on RPM, KTM, the number 2 spot. Cody Simpson on the 2-stroke. The Simi Valley Cycles Yamaha racer coming home in the 3rd spot. Nice ride for Dustin Davis, the Cowboy Colton Eck in the top 5, followed by Lane Lorenzo and company. Immediately in a few moments, our own Mark Tilley of Pro Bike Magazine will before we get out of here for the day and look ahead to the next round in 2 rounds in Blake. Let's send it down to the one, the only, Mark Tilley.
Okay, Jack, we're back down here on the podium, this time with the Pro 2 class. Cody Simpson, the only bike I think that had to be kicked to start it on the line. You kicked it faster than those guys could push a button, got the whole shot, got out there. I believe you just said first Pro 2 podium ever. Yes, so take us through your race, bud.
Yeah, I got off to a great hole shot on the YZ250, which is kickstart, by the way, and led for about 3 to 4 laps, and Cole Zeller and Sam got by me, and I just rode my race and had a great time out there. And this track at Delano that SoCal put together is amazing, and I can't thank my team enough, the Simi Valley Cycles Blue Crew TVT team. I can't thank all my sponsors, FMF, IMS, Precision, Kenda, Wonder Electric, and everyone else. Thank you so much.
Well, it looks like you slimmed down a little bit. So in years past, you've been on the YZ250. Looks like you slimmed down a little bit, maybe a little bit better for you. What did you do different getting ready for this year that you haven't done in the past?
I started working with Cameron over at Gainslinger Human Performance. I've lost 73 pounds in the last 5.5 months. I've just been working my butt off, training about 3 times a day, and I've just been going for it, living the dream, and I want to make something of it, that's for sure.
75 pounds. I knew you slimmed down. I didn't think it was 75 pounds. So now you don't have 75 pounds to lose. So now you're kind of toning and getting ready. So we're going to see you for the whole series. Are you going to do other series as well?
Yeah, my main focus is National Hare and Hounds, but definitely NGPC as well is my second main focus, and I'm definitely going to be here for the rest of the season.
Well, yeah, finishing on the podium and doing this kind of stuff, slimming down, you're going to have to come back. So is there anybody else you'd like to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, I'd love to thank my dad, my girlfriend, Gary, over at Simi Valley Cycles, and Wonder Electric. They're huge for getting me here, and Gainslinger Human Performance as well for helping me put in all this work. And everyone else, thank you.
All right, well, congratulations on your first Pro 2 podium. We're going to come out. I'm going to come towards you again, and we're going to go over here to second overall. And Cole, brand new team, brand new look. Did you come into this year doing anything different than you had when you were on a white bike?
No, I just feel like this is the best I've been mentally and physically, the most prepared I've been, the most confident I've been. And, yeah, I'm really happy on Orange. The whole FMF RPM KTM team is awesome, and it's a blessing to have this ride this year. Well,
you got to be up front most of the race. Take us through your race. What was it like from your point of view?
Yeah, P2 on the start. I knew that if I stayed close enough that I could make a move, and I just capitalized on a mistake by Cody and got into the lead, and I was feeling good at the time, figured I could run away with it, and then I just arms got tight, kind of really just pumped up and had to check up a little bit, and then we made it to the back of the 450s and got hung up there a bit. Sam got by me, and then I started to loosen up a bit. Man, just ate a lot of roost. And, yeah, we stayed there right to the end. Never lost sight of them. Just I know I got a little more, and we could be on the top of the box.
All right, well, thanks for that. Is there anybody else you'd like to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, the whole FMF RPM KTM racing team, my beautiful fiance for being at every race, my dad being on the wrenches, my mechanic during the week, Gainslinger Human Performance, Cycra, Renthal, Motor X, Engine Eye, Spec Bolt, Moose Racing, Shoei Helmets, and yeah, everyone else that helps me, Mike, Sherry Hulbert, Cam and Carissa, everyone else, man, you guys are awesome. It's going to be a good year.
All right, well, congratulations on second. And now we turn to the man who's probably changed the most this year coming into 2026. You went from being a privateer on a Husky to riding for Mark Samuels and the SLR Honda team. So take us through your race.
Yeah, not the greatest start. Sort of, just on my half, I just didn't really do it right. So back of the pack off the start, and then just sort of just pushed through, and eventually got into the lead. And this track is it's a track, so definitely lose sleep over this one every time. So I was glad once I got in the lead. I just knew what I had to do and make sure I just did enough, and that was it. And just made it all the way to the end.
So now coming from a privateer effort and now being on the SLR Honda team, what was the biggest difference from where you were at this time last year and where you're at now?
Oh, it's you couldn't even compare it, honestly. Just with everything that Mark and Carlos and Juan do, it's crazy. They do a lot. So yeah, it's just I just have to do my job. That's what I'm here to do. And I'm glad I could get him a win. And going into the year feeling good. So. All
right, well, we know that a lot of people from Australia are watching and listening to us right now, and then you got a lot of people to thank. So who would you like to thank for getting you here?
Honestly, just the whole SLR Honda, Mark, the boys, everyone. Everyone that's just helped me get to this point. My mum and dad back home, and even down to Mason, like he helps me during the week, and my trainer Tom Danielson, and it takes an army.
All right, well, congratulations on your first win for the SLR team, and we want to talk to Cole again. Hold on.
Yeah, I have to have a huge thank you to Lake Elsinore Casino, Ted. They really support the program, and huge thanks to those guys.
All right, well, that's cool, bringing in an outside sponsor as well. So back to you, Jack.
Thanks so much, Mark, and congratulations to our top 3 finishers in the Pro 2 category. We're going to step aside again for a second, but stay with us. When we come back, we're going to hear from our podium finishers in the women's category. What a day it's been. Stay with us. We'll return right after this.
I'm Jeremy McGrath, and I trust Maxxis tires. It's the only way I roll.
Great showing, great entertainment, great racing today from beautiful Delano, California. We also had a great start in our women's category, a class that we hope is growing. We want to see more lovely ladies out here. We'll give you a look at the unofficial results. Michaela Nielsen, Moto KK out of Riverside, California, taking the win, followed by Ava Silvestri, Kylie Alvarez, and Dana Rayner, rounding out your top 4. As we're just moments away from talking to these lovely ladies down on the podium. Look at it. This looks like a postcard, doesn't it? Look at these beautiful surroundings. Wish you were here. And
Women's pro class, we got
to the one and only Mark Tilley. He's got our ladies.
Kylie Alvarez, you've gone from strictly moto to now over to maybe strictly off-road and some moto on the side. So tell us about your journey here to the NGPC series.
Yeah, I've done one before about 2 years ago at Honolulu. Had some fun out there. Been doing moto my whole life. Wanted a little bit of a mix-up, so decided to put a big tank on and try this stuff out.
So you got on the podium. First pro race overall, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so first pro race on the women's pro podium. You're going to have to come back. So this year now you were saying that you're going to try some more off-road series as well?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing NGPC and Works and seeing where we can end up at the end of it.
So now you also mentioned maybe something about trying to do some women's MX outdoor nationals and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm liking the attention it's getting. For the MX side, we've never really had that before, so I want to dabble into that and get my name out there a bit.
All right, so now take us through your race, your first pro race. What did you think and what happened?
It's different doing the whole dead engine start thing. Not used to that. I'm used to revving my bike up and getting a start, but I was last on the start. Couldn't really expect much, but made my way up to third and then just tried to pace myself the whole race, which was different, having to pit and everything, but had fun out there and ready to go to the next one.
All right, well, who would you like to thank for getting you here?
My dad, of course, all the work he's putting in out here. Precision Concepts for getting my bike all dialed this weekend. Vision Graphics, old school plates, 110 Racing, 100% goggles, 60 helmets, Roseville Motorsports, CP Racing, and everybody else. Thank you so much.
All right, well, congratulations on your first pro podium, on the first outing even, and we hope to see you soon at some more rounds. And so we're going to walk around here to Ava. Ava has been making major changes in the off-season to a different color motorcycle and lots of other stuff going on. So, Ava, congratulations on second, and take us through your race.
Not bad start. Basically about third-ish. Just tried to make moves fast because obviously I know KK is going to make moves fast as well. So, yeah, just tried to stay as close as possible and then kind of got dropped about, second-ish lap, but just tried to stay consistent for the most part because, I'm never really too happy for this round, but, I always just want to make it through safe because there's a lot more that you could lose at the first round of the year than you could gain. So, I'm happy to just make it out. Second's just as good as a first at this point. So, I'm surprisingly for the first time, I could say that I'm happy. So, I'm, like I said, super happy to make it out of the first round.
All right, now you changed to a different color motorcycle this year. You were on gas before. What did you have to do different switching over to the white bike, or was there any difference?
At first, it was honestly just more like, oh my gosh, I haven't ridden a new motorcycle in a while. This frame is really stiff. But no, once it got broken in, I just, everyone that rode Huskies or does ride Huskies just told me change the linkage to KTM or gas linkage just because it's shorter on the Huskies. But ever since then, it's basically been the same motorcycle, but it's what I've been riding for the last 4 years. So it wasn't super different, but no, it's still a change. So it's just still good to be in a different environment because sometimes when you're in the same environment for that long, it kind of gets repetitive, and then it's a fresh start. So we're happy to move on to something new and kind of just actually feel supported and feel a little bit at home with a team now.
All right, well, it's nice to see you smiling and nice to see you upbeat. Who would you like to thank for getting you here?
Of course, my family, Norman Racing, Husqvarna, Troy Lee Designs, Oakley, Fast Company, FMF, Dunlop, AME Grips, Blood Lubricants, IMS, and everyone else. Thank you.
All right, well, congratulations on second. We turn around to the defending champion, Michaela Nielsen. I've got to see you on TV and doing some interviews on TV with the women's MX thing, and defending your number one plate out here. Take us through your race.
It was good. Didn't really get off to the start and just tried to get to them as fast as possible. And then after like a couple turns, I got into the lead and just tried to do my usual, put in the good sprint laps, and then just manage by then. And yeah, I think like last lap, I saw my team all cheering for me and got too excited and then missed the turn and just tipped it over. So that was pretty funny. And then, I just finished it off, but only been on the bike for about like 2.5 weeks after my injury, so nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm just happy to make this first round and be on top.
All right, well, I know you got a lot of people here that you need to thank. Who would you like to thank for getting you here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my whole family watching back at home, the whole SLR Honda team. They've been my rock for this whole season and last season, so can't wait to keep going with them, and I couldn't ask for a better team.
All right, Jack, there you have it. That's the women's pro podium at the first round here at Delano. Now back to you.
Thank you so much, Mark Tilley. Congratulations to all of our lovely ladies down there making NGPC proud once again. Well, I hope you're proud, because I'm proud of this production team, this series. What an opening round it was. Wish you were here. Like I said, no matter where you are in the world, make sure you drop us a comment and let us know how much you appreciate this coverage. And guess what? The best part? We get to do it all over again in Blythe. We will see you in 2 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone here at NGPC and L&M Media Productions, thanks so much for watching. My name's Jack Corpella. We'll see you in 2 weeks in Blythe. So long, everybody.